Should be good to go. Alright, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a very, very good evening. Let me turn down the volume a little bit. Actually, in fact, do I have my phone on me? I'm going to double check that the volume sounds okay from my end as well, because sometimes I do different musics, and I hate when it doesn't work out. Let me see. Your channel. And let's go to here. Okay. I'm going to double check that the volume sounds okay. Oh, yep. Sounds good to me. Alright, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a pretty good day. Let's see. Hey, Ill-Gotten Gains, Benny Crypto, if you're there, and hey, Ellie, or Jota? Hota? I'm going to call Hota, but I'm going to call. Oh, yeah, guys, if you can, please make sure to like the stream. Let's see. I'm going to maneuver some stuff over here before we get started. This is going to be a chill Friday night. I know most of you guys have something to do, so let's see. But for those of you guys that don't, I'll be here, what is it, 7 o'clock? 3-hour stream tonight, so we'll talk about a whole bunch of stuff, whether that be, you know, this little drop we had today on the markets, or the Dow. You know, it's still broken down below resistance, guys. So, or excuse me, support. To the Dow Jones, you're starting to see it infect a lot of the other stuff in the markets, which has not been a good sign if you're bullish, obviously. Let's see. Hey, David, I'm gonna start drinking in a few minutes here. I'm gonna wait for YouTube to kind of get used to me talking, because I think YouTube it notices when I have something, so it doesn't like it sometimes. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. But what I do have here is some Pardos. So whatever it is, I don't know. I've never tried it before, but it has a freaking bar on the front of it, so it'll be fun to have a nice little night with that. All right, let me go right here as well. All right, everybody, let's see what's going on. Should be good. Let's see. Let people kind of soak in here for a couple minutes, and then we should be good to go. Let me do one last thing here. All right. I think we can start right now, guys. All right. I'll start off. I'll go with Bitcoin here in a second, but I just want to show you guys what's happening with the Dow Jones for now. Let's have Dogecoin over here breaking through its 200 on the 5-minute chart, but because a lot of you guys have been asking me about this over the last couple days. So you see, at the end of the day today, Dow actually broke below support here, and so what you're seeing is, if I can do this correctly, we broke through the trend line over here, right? Fell down. You guys could have bought some shorts on this one, or puts, whatever you wanted to buy on it. But you are seeing the Dow Jones break down considerably below the 20-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, and going below support. And now, where's this thing headed now? Next level of support can be somewhere over here at 34,129. What I'm actually going to do here for the Dow, for those of you guys like to trade stocks as well as crypto, because this can have an impact on the crypto markets. Don't forget, guys. Let's have a. There we go. Let's use the fibs very fast. Wait a second. Okay, sorry, just double checking something. Fibs might not be able to help us out in this one. If this is a real correction, it would come all the way back down to 31,500, which would be a pretty sizable drop there. For now, let's not think about if that was going to happen. People would be crying if the market went down that far, even though it wouldn't be that big of a thing here. But right now, the Dow is looking like it wants to come down, probably back down to 34,124, unless what just happened many times before, Jerome Powell pumps a whole bunch of money into the market. That could lead to some, a nice skyrocket, which is why I'm so hesitant about buying any puts in the market at this moment in time, guys. Let me see. The last thing here is the S&P 500. Now this is breaking down below its support as well, so we're seeing multiple breakdowns. We do have the 50-day moving average here on the S&P 500 index to kind of keep us steady, but that's not really a great sign here. Let me actually go to the 50-minute chart. No, this isn't the right type of chart. I don't know why, but the line likes to move a lot when it shouldn't. Yeah, this isn't. See, the algorithm or trading view moved the line where it's not supposed to be. Can I go to 4-hour? 5-minute? Yeah, it's not going to work out okay. Yeah, it's tapping here. So, but you guys get my point. So the S&P 500 is falling down, and the last one, the Nasdaq, you're starting to see how I told you guys yesterday it looked a little weak. Now you're starting to see this start to move down a little bit faster as well, heading for the 20, possibly heading down for about 15,234-ish level, where it'll hit support. If this fails right here, this trend line, expect it to come down a little bit further. Hopefully it doesn't do that. Hopefully we can continue this little rally going on here, but that's not the best of signs for the market right now. But we've been talking about this for a few weeks now, right? Let me go back over here now. Anything really moving up here right now? Mostly just Sol and FTM. Let's see. Sol's heading for resistance again. A little bit of a W happening right here. FTM's looking for a short-term breakout here. This might be kind of fun to watch for temporarily. And then, guys, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, now we're going to move over to crypto. As far as Bitcoin's concerned, guys, this is still doesn't look too good to me to want to buy. I told you guys if it looked okay by the end of today, I would look at maybe buying some nibbles. You know, if I'm buying nibbles, it's because I'm hoping that this support level right here is going to hold on. At the moment in time, you know, this has only happened once, so it's not the strongest level of support. But we'll see how it turns out. Let's see. I guess it's the 4-hour chart, it's not the daily, so let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, and we talked about this last night. For most of you guys that know, I'm taking care of my mom. She's a little sick at the moment. I want to make sure she's good before I want to make sure she's good before I go off to Philadelphia on Monday, right? But she's fine overall, guys. She just has too much potassium in her system and it's making her a little sick. But she goes to dialysis tomorrow, so it should work out fine. You guys could have drawn this graph chart the two ways. I just did the smaller one right here, but you can see right when it started to break down, you know, broke down, and that's what you saw today, right? So I didn't do the big one because the way we were looking at it last night was more like this, right? You know, you just can't fit everything in there for a 5-minute chart. But you guys get my point that yesterday this Bitcoin breakdown led to some nasty stuff today, which I don't really like too much. And we are fairly close to support right now for Bitcoin. So if we do fall down below this 44,000, let's say 44,410 level, and then we break down below this level right here, we might have a little bit of support, but in reality, that's where things might start to take a little bit more of a tumble, where we're going to be heading back down to probably test 40,000 again, which will not be a good sign for anybody. Nobody wants to go back into the the 30s, right? But until then, we have a few levels of resistance to kind of keep us off. But a major level of resistance that I want to see happen right now is closer to, major level of support right here. It's kind of dipped a little bit, but also from here, 42,629. I'm hoping we really don't fall down below that level. Good thing is, for today, Bitcoin might have a little bit more rally as it tries to pump back up. So we could see, this is a potential here. We have the potential to see Bitcoin have a nice long green candle today, which, you know, we just started the day about 2 hours ago. That could be pretty nice as it tries to move past the 200-day moving average again. But yeah, I've been telling you guys for a few days this looks a little weak, but you know, it took till today, not last night, to really make it start, you know, going down a little bit faster here. Let's see. Back over here to the 5 though, and I'll do one more thing here before I go back to everything else. There we go. Let's see. Hey, Jack Black. Let's see. Sure. Hey, Jack. Harmony. Oh, it went down a lot. I suspect so. After Bitcoin took a little bit of a move down as well. Hey, Zoom. Let's see. Hey, Alpha. What's up? Hope you have a great day. Yeah, I'm having a great day so far. Well, okay day. I'm taking care of my mom, but she's in the guest room upstairs with my sister. My sister just brought a computer over so she can do a whole bunch of gaming. And then yeah, but I'm about to drink some wine with you guys. So it'll be a pretty chill night here. Let's see. Hey, Mishra. Let's see. Hey, Bradius. Is the sky falling? Are we going to die? Yeah, freaking right, Bradius. You've been here too long. You know what everybody's probably saying. Hey, good evening, Little Cola. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Michael, did you hear about BTTC being launched by BitTorrent? Will it hurt the Bitcoin points? It's launching October 30th, and trying to spend $1 billion in development to the BTTC ecosystem. I don't think it'll hurt it too much. It might just bring a little bit more relevance to BitTorrent and some of those other coins, but I don't think it will necessarily hurt BitTorrent. I don't think it's a zero-sum game when it comes to those two, but I'm still fine with it long term. See. Hey, Spritty Love. Oh, my mom's doing fine right now. She's just chilling out. She just hasn't eaten all day. That's why I'm just trying to get out. Trying to get her something to eat. Let's see. Hey, Haram, my guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Here, I can check out Harmony for you. I'll just do it on CoinMarketCap. Let's go 1 day, trading view. Yeah, it looks like it went down after a nice little spike yesterday for sure. I'm glad you made some good money on that play right there. Let me pop this up right here. Phantom's looking to break through resistance here. Not for all-time highs, but all-time highs was up here. But looking to make a little bit of a move back up. That'd be kind of fun to see. Let's see. Oh, and guys, here's what I was going to do very fast. Let's look at day charts. Alright, what you're seeing from a lot of coins is going to be something a little similar to this. Maybe not exactly Dogecoin because it bleeds out a little bit more. But you are seeing them all head down towards levels of support. So you see the same with Ethereum, close to levels of support that you don't want it to fall down below. Same with Matic, same with XRP, BitTorrents, and the more in the middle. But it's right below the. This is kind of interesting right here. It has its own little chart going. But yeah, this still looks pretty weak as well compared to just like a lot of the other altcoins. Excuse me. Ethereum Classic. This one's a little bit different. It had that double top and then it came back down. But this one's getting close to its support level. Hopefully Ethereum Classic won't drop down below $50. I'm hoping for that one. But if everything takes a dump, it will. But you see all these coins right now. Not all of them. ADA looks okay, but ADA had its own special chart here a while ago. This is breaking down below support as well. So you're seeing a lot of stuff heading for support. What was this? Yeah, this already broke down below its support right now. I mean, I guess, yeah, you could do the same thing here. But you're seeing a lot of stuff coming down towards support levels where if it falls a little bit harder than everything else, right? So just keep that in mind for now. Let's see, go back to FTM. I was trying to make a little bit of a breakout here. For now, while I wait for Bitcoin, I can just put on the second chart. Let's see. Hey Ash, most likely I just think it'll increase the volatility. So if Bitcoin's doing well, I think it'll do very well. If Bitcoin goes down, I think it'll do a little bit worse than what it would normally do without it. Let's see. Hey, thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. My mom will do fine. She'll be fine. Let's see. See. Hey Cassandra, she can't drink anything right now. The only thing she's been able to keep down is water. She has protein shakes and all types of crazy. She's diabetic, so she has a whole bunch of stuff to help her out. She just had too much potassium in her system. She just didn't eat the right food. She accidentally got my sister's syrup instead of her syrup. My mom uses like a special type of syrup. My sister uses like some syrup from Canada or whatever. And that syrup from Canada, it's just sweeter or whatever. It has potassium in it, I guess you would say. And the potassium is what's bothering her. But overall, I think she'll be fine a little bit. This isn't the first time. Plus, she has dialysis tomorrow morning, which gets literally pulls the potassium out, right? Let's see. Hey, Vladimir, will you please take a look at XTZ? Yeah, no worries, man. And thank you for saying please. Let's see. XTZ. Making a little bit of move here. You could have bought on the breakout for a short-term profit. I don't know how much profit that would have been, though. What was this breakout profit would have been? Around 8% or so. That's not too bad. Alright, as we look at this here very fast, let me just take a quick peek. Nice breakout right there. There's another opportunity to buy. What are we looking at right here? Alright, right now it's a 684 resistance, well short-term resistance somewhere around here at 733 and 767. Let's see. Actually, yeah, let me use this bottom level resistance here. Okay. Hopping over to a 45-minute chart. So it's trying to break out here. Actually, let me go to the 15-minute chart. Yeah, not a little better. All right, this still looks pretty bullish to me. If it's able to break above this level right here, I can see this going up from about 686 all the way up to 729. I still think it's worth it to be holding if you are in it at the moment. Let me go over here to the 4-hour chart just to kind of show you something. Yeah, right now I think you're still fine to hold. Just look at it. Just understand that if Bitcoin takes a little bit of turn, it looks like it can have a negative effect for that one as well. So just be careful of it. But overall, yeah, this still seems fine. This seems worth holding at the moment. That's 4-hour. I'm going to go to the day chart. Almost like a pretty ugly cup and handle. But let's see. Yeah, I think right now it looks fine on the daily charts. If it is able to break above 773, that'll be a real good price because then it'll probably go towards all-time highs in the future. Yeah, this will definitely go to all-time highs if it can do that. Right here, the momentum will just keep it up. Let's see anything else. Keep an eye on the volume, but besides that, this is like a good play for sure. Let's see it here. FTM breakout yet? Nope, trying to though. Hey buddies, I pushed my lovely wife in a wheelchair all over town today. 14,000 steps, whoosh. Oh, the heat, dude. The heat is always the crazy. I used to do that for my great-grandmother at the fairs. The fairs are when it gets really, really hot out here. Hey, little Cola. Sometimes it does when when news comes out like that. I think that I think shorts usually have their own plans, about when they're going to short stuff. Like it's usually at a price limit, not necessarily at when news comes out. But I do think that news can cause them to put even more shorts on the table to bring that price down a little bit more because they know they're going to have to be able to combat that that kind of FOMO fervor, like, oh, let's buy. El Salvador is buying it up, right? And that's why you see when we got hit a few days ago with this little mini dip we're watching right now, you saw that in order for this to really take a big effect, we had to have $3.5 billion of Bitcoin liquidated out of the market. And on top of that, you saw tens of millions and almost just tens of millions of dollars getting shorted all at once on Bitcoin. And it really pushed it down really hard. So usually it's usually a number of factors, but not just the news. But yeah, news is definitely, I would say 30-40% of it. Let's see. Let's see. Hey Jack, shorted Harmony. You wanted to short Harmony, but didn't. Dude, don't worry about it. There's always gonna be another trade out there. Always gonna be another trade. So if you want to, I don't know many crypto platforms allow you to paper trade, but you could always practice paper trading your head if you want to, or just put a small position. Usually when people short or they buy something they regret not doing it, it's because the reason they didn't pull the trigger is because they probably thought they had too much money. So if, let's say you wanted to put $1,000 in a short position on Harmony, right? Think about just doing 200 and just letting it ride and seeing what happens to that $200. Because if you lose 10 to 20% of that $200, you're not going to be too bummed out. But if you lost 10 to 20% of that, that $1,000, then you might be like, damn, what, then you're going to be a little bit more upset for sure. Oh, no worries, Jack. My mom has so much diabetic stuff. It's not even funny. Like she has she literally has a drawer of everything she needs, plus wound care when she messed up her foot. She's all set, but I appreciate it, Jack. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Keegan, can you look at Vet? Yeah, let me see. So most of these charts are going to look pretty much the same at this point, and I mean that like sincere. Like most of these charts are going to look pretty similar. For this one, I can just up this a little bit right here. Actually, let's keep it there because this is short term. I can already set another one if we break above that. But this is what the chart looks like for VeChain at the moment. Looking like it still wants to come down a little bit. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay. So I just got a little ping from Voyager. I was like, what the heck? I didn't do anything on Voyager today. But yeah, so you're still seeing the price look okay at the moment here. Not the best, or excuse me, the price doesn't look good like for the next couple of days with a lot of these coins right now. But short term for today, since it is trying to bounce off the 50, you may see a nice long green candle bar, which is something we were looking at as well from Bitcoin here, where it's trying to have a nice green candle bar coming back above the 50, but it can also have a nice longer green candle bar if it's able to bring attempt to break back up above the 200, right? And the good thing about this right now, well, that's not really good, but let's see, go to the 50-minute chart. We did get fairly close to the trend line here, so hopefully this was the low, and we're going to be able to either test it out one more time, but maybe this is, if there's going to be a reversal to start going back up high, it'd be off of this line right here. So that's what I'm hoping for at the moment. Or we would have to go down a little bit more, which would be a little bit, all the way down to 42,629 before trying to make another bump up here. But I don't think anybody wants Bitcoin to go down that far, because altcoins will take a hit for sure. Oh, I forgot to grab some water, didn't I? Let's see. Actually, let me just put 5 for here. Okay. But going back to VeChain, same concept. I'm hoping that today we'll have a little bit of a bounce from a lot of these altcoins. A nice sizable bounce. This is more of a swing trade. I wouldn't be buying my longs here unless you're hoping that Bitcoin's actually going to do that full-on reversal. And if I think that Bitcoin's going to do it, I'll probably start adding more to my positions probably tomorrow. But for now, VeChain looks okay, but it still looks like it wants to come down and test out this level again here. So you might have a good opportunity to buy in right now. If you bought back in here, just make sure you have your stop losses and set just in case. If you're long, you're long. You'll be fine. The other one you wanted to look at is ETC. Oh, I don't have to actually search that one up. It's right here. Didn't I? Oh, I thought I already had the technical analysis done on this one, but yeah, let me just do this pretty quick for you. This one's a little bit different, actually. Now, I could do a line from here to here, but this line from here to here is so nice to just use. All right, anything else here? Yeah, I did the technical analysis on this one. I wonder why it's not showing up, but it's not too big of a deal. Okay. This is what you're seeing from Ethereum Classic at the moment. We tried to break out of it a few days ago, and I guess it was a breakout, but then you saw that with the effects from last week, right? Or a few days ago. So I believe if this breaks out again, this wants to go up, which is a good sign for Ethereum Classic. I'm more bullish on this one here. So short term though, again, you really, excuse me. Short term, you still want to see this stay above this white line. More importantly, the white line doesn't even matter almost a little bit here because of the 200-day moving average. That's what you really want to see it come above. This one may have a little bit of a day, but I think the high for today would probably be around $60.23, unless Bitcoin really took a huge pump out of nowhere, right? But otherwise, I'm waiting for this one to bide its time, hopefully survive this, where I can have another chance of breaking out if Bitcoin's able to just hold on. Bitcoin doesn't need to go sky high, but it needs to be able to hold on to these levels that it has right now. That even means on Bitcoin's chart, if we just kind of ride this line for a little bit, that'd be fine. We just can't have Bitcoin doing these hard drops because that just kills the altcoin markets left and right. And I'm mostly out of most of my swing trade positions, not my longs, but I'm mostly out of my swing trade position. So I'm looking to buy back in here. None of my limit orders from last night triggered, but getting a little bit closer there. So I'll see if I need to adjust any of those for like a flash dip or anything like that. But yeah, Ethereum Classic still fine for now. But you can see how it's curling down here. So don't be surprised over the next few days it continues to go down here. Let's go. Yeah, and Ethereum overall, just gonna piggyback off Ethereum Classic. Ethereum looks okay as well. Hopefully it's able to hold above the 50 moving average. If not, that'll be a pretty sizable drop. Something like you saw right here. Able to break out? No, it was not. We're not going to have a double top form in here. We can watch this for a second, try to see if anything crazy happens. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Melvin, could look at ATT. Oh, yeah, I just talked about it for Keegan. But, yeah, that's pretty much more. It looks like it still wants to come down a little bit more, guys. For Bitcoin, you know, you said you got in at $60. What is it? 57. If today Bitcoin does have that nice little bounce where it can try to go right back above, or at least try to go back above the 200-day moving average, you might be able to sell your position and just break out even if you can. If it does continue like to drop and you start to worry a little bit, you can definitely just sell your position and take a smaller loss. Let's see. Just until Bitcoin finds its footing, I guess I would say, because right now I'm still not buying back into crypto until I see that these things have stabled out a little bit. Let's see. Luna is the only one pumping. Let me see. Is Luna going to all-time highs? I love watching coins go to all-time highs. Oh, that's beautiful. I guess the breakout was here, but still, that's a nice breakout right there. Oh, that's where the breakout happened right there. That's why. Okay. Oh, that would have been a scary breakout, I guess. Yeah. Wait a second. 45. Oh, no, it was up here. Okay. Yeah, that would have been a freaky breakout for sure. That thing came screaming back down. I wonder if that was during a Bitcoin drop, though. Probably was, yeah. Yeah, but we can watch Luna. We can watch Luna for sure. Let me see. Next buying opportunity coming up in a little bit. Hey Saul, hi Mike, thanks for taking interest in FTM. I've been looking at it since it was about 40 cents. Hey, no worries guys, no worries. Happy to, when I see something that's popular, you know, I'm fine with just putting it up. Especially since Dogecoin's not been doing so hot lately, or not hot, but it hasn't been doing much as of late. And plus the other stream is dedicated to Dogecoin 24/7, which I really like for sure. Let's see. Hey, the TV is so nice. I saved up a while for the, well, I guess on paper I saved up a little bit, because I have the money to buy a lot of stuff, but it has to fit my budget, if that makes sense. But yeah, I bought this TV in the beginning of the pandemic because I needed a TV. Before last year, guys, I actually didn't have any TVs in my place. I watch TV, don't get me wrong, but I usually just watch it on my laptop. And since I don't really do much stuff with people, you know, I was happy just using my laptop for, you know, my monitors, like, you know, to do everything I needed to do, whether it be watch TV or work and stuff like that. So I splurged this year and got 2 TVs, a sound system, and all that other stuff. But this, I love this TV. It's not the nicest one, but it gets the job done. I think this TV costs $1,500, which is, you know, it's a good TV for sure. Let's see. Max supply of 3. Oh, that's why they have a max supply. Yeah, exactly. And not on Coinbase yet. Hey, no thoughts on Hex? I think Hex is okay, but like I'm not buying into it. It's been a little too wild lately, and I don't understand what it is exactly. Like, why is it? So many different exchanges have it in so many different locations, and the market cap is all over the place. And because I don't understand why it's so different on so many platforms, I just haven't really gotten into it personally. I like stability when I buy a coin. I want to buy it when it's doing nothing, and I want to sell when it's doing something. Not in the reverse. Hey, Paulina, I'm still holding off before I buy anything at the moment. Hey, Ram. As far as everything right now, I'm not really bullish on the stock market until Jerome Powell starts doing the money printer again, right? If you guys, let me look at my watch list here. Okay, this is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, guys. We broke down again a couple days ago, or a few days ago now here. September 7th, and we've gone through the 20, the 50. We broke support right here, which was holding us down a little bit here, and now we're coming back down a little bit harder. That we haven't actually come down this hard in a while. Last time was something like this, right? And then what do? We bounce stuff right afterwards. So for now, let's see. As I see the Dow and everything like this, I think our major support level is probably going to be somewhere around here for 33,270 for the Dow Jones. Now, the Apple's not in the Dow, right? It's in the S&P. But you're seeing 1, 2, 3. Monday, we might have a really bad day for the S&P here. So it has the opportunity to bounce and have a nice day. Don't get me wrong, on Monday. But this could also be not a good day for a lot of the tech stocks. So just be aware of that one. Now, going into Apple. You see how it broke out? It was moving. It was actually going to start moving again. It was going to start moving, right? I was thinking about buying some calls on it, and then you saw the lawsuits come out with Apple losing the lawsuit. They're definitely going to appeal it, right? So, but that was a big shock to it. A big shock to the price today or to the markets. Right now, this is what you're looking at. It doesn't look too pretty. It would probably look something more like that, honestly. But what it do? Ascending triangle breakdown. So. You might want to buy. You could buy some puts on it, but then you run the risk of running into the 50-day moving average where it might have a bounce. If it breaks down below that 50-day moving average, I would consider buying some puts on this. Do you have any levels of support, really? I mean, you have a level of support around here at 145. Right, so 145 support level. It might be worth buying some puts on Monday if the price looks like, if it opens up just okay, and then from there you can see how it responds to the 50 and this trend line right here, and if this support level, if it falls down below support as far as Apple's concerned, then you might want to buy some puts. But right now, most of the stocks that I know and love that I like to play, they're not doing so well at all. Even stuff like Tesla. Oh, I forgot I'm on the Bitcoin chart here. But Tesla just broke out a few days ago and it was doing fine, and then all of a sudden indexes hit. Don't be afraid to do let me just show you. No, I won't show you another one, but don't be afraid to look at the things like the Dow Jones and those trend lines, because they are important. The S&P 500 and then the Nasdaq, we talked about how it was looking a little weak yesterday. Well, look at that, looked a little weak, and it finally came down today. Now it's heading for the 20. Hopefully it's able to stay above that one, but probably not if the market continues to go down. So you might actually see it break down below this support level and actually come back down towards about 15,100. Excuse me. But yeah, so the entire market right now, like just from does not look good. Or what you guys could do if you guys like to trade a lot and things of that nature, you guys can head over to FinViz. Go to I'll just go to my preset one for breakouts. This is just this is a whole bunch of charts that mid cap and the United States, and you can just trade options on them basically. So 300 stocks at the moment. AAAP broke down a little bit ago. Apple is having its bad day. ABBV could have, oh dang, those shorts would have been crazy. ABC getting rejected. Airbnb still looking okay. Out of everything, Airbnb looks okay. Adobe's tipping over a little bit here. ABT stopped going up. So you're seeing a lot of halts in the market. People are being a little bit more careful with their money. ADP broke down. You could have bought some puts on that one. ADI still looks good. ADI is a good one. Looks like Affirm. We talked about that one a while. It broke out, but it broke out like big. So that's probably an earnings play here. ADSK breaking down after it went crazy a while ago. Remember, ADSK, we've been watching this for months, guys. ADSK had that beautiful breakout, right? Boom. Stagnated for a little bit. Dropped down. You had another chance to do the breakout right here. And that's the one that actually took off. But you're seeing a lot of stuff in the market break down. This one's doing okay. It had a bad day today, but it's still doing fine. This one getting rejected. Okay. Breakdown. So, the market's looking a little not so hot right now, guys, for sure. So be careful about what plays you guys are hopping into. It looks like puts are probably better than calls unless you see something that's specifically still chugging along despite everything, right? Our beautiful play of the FTNT even that stopped going up like crazy. It's going sideways now, trying to hold over the 20. If this goes below the 20, I might try to take a stab at not shorting, but buying some puts on it. Because, I mean, remember guys, when we talked about this breakout, there was a few breakouts that happened here. When was this? I didn't remember the breakout we had with this one. Was it here? I forget. But yeah, we had a nice clear breakout and it went crazy. But, you know, of course, the options expired. But still, be very careful if you're hopping into the markets. I remember telling you guys the volatility was due for a nice little pop, and there's that volatility popping up for us. Let's see. Go back to Bitcoin right here. Guys, yeah, I mean, we did fall down below the 200, so I'm not too bullish on Bitcoin at the moment. Right now, I'm just hoping that we can hold support right around here. 44,410. Which are about a little over $1,000 above that. Alright, where we go right here. Oh, but hopefully the iPhone can help. iPhone announcement can help out. But if the entire market is still going down, it won't do a lick for it. Let's see. Hey, Heaton. Good day, Michael. Are we going to keep dropping a while longer? I think so until we start hitting some support levels. So that might be 2 to 3 more days of dropping before we have a nice big rebound. My only warning is Jerome Powell could strike at any moment and start pumping up the market. That's why you see all those really weird looking charts. Let me just, before I go back into anything else, you see those really crazy charts when it comes to the Dow Jones. Or, you know, S&P 500, whatever. We've had these crazy drops plenty of time. Like, throughout the whole pandemic, we've had these crazy drops where it just starts going down, down, but then it spikes back up. Down, spikes back up, down, spikes back up. Really, like, really volatile, right? Down, spikes back up, down, roars back up. Over and over again. So, and that's one of the reasons is because Jerome Powell can print off $120 billion a month. But, you know, so be careful if you guys get hopping into options or puts or anything of that nature, because what could happen is out of nowhere, without really any major support, like this had the support here, but you can easily buy something and Jerome Powell can flip a switch and boom, it goes the other way the next day, right? And then it continues to go for the next few days. So every day you hold, you probably lose more and more money as you try to hope for the trend to keep going down. And that's one of the reasons I don't like Jerome Powell messing with the market. Well, although, you know, he's keeping the market afloat, jobs are being saved, all that type of stuff, it makes it hard to make money on the downswing because you're afraid that he's just going to blast the price back up, right? By buying billions of dollars worth of bonds to keep the interest rates low and all types of stuff. Oh, let's see right here. Oh, no, I wasn't looking at this right here. Okay. How's Netflix? Netflix broke out a while ago, and that's still been looking okay. But even that slowed down here a little bit as well. Yeah, and it just went up to new all-time highs, and now it's getting slowed. But yeah, that's not fun to watch. Let's go here. Alright, there we go. Hey, Keegan. Yeah, most things are well. My mom's a little sick today, but I've been taking care of her. But besides that, everything's going fine. I got dog food delivered to my house today for my pup. I'm getting on Sunday, so my mom's really excited to see the puppy. So that'd be kind of fun to see. Let's see. Hey, Justin. To go back to bullish, we have to wait to see where the actual support level for Bitcoin is. I thought support might be somewhere around 200, but yesterday I looked a little weak, so I was like, yeah, I'll just hold off on buying. We need to find out where Bitcoin is going to start holding support, and only then can we start to see, like, are we going to be able to turn the corner and start moving back up to those all-time high ranges. Hey, Mattis, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really do appreciate it. I know you probably sent it a while ago, but I do want to say thank you. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. It's always good to join your stream. America, hey, I appreciate it, Mattis. Thank you very, very much. Very, very much. Hope you're making some good money in this market, even though the last few days for both the stock market and the crypto markets have been a little less than fortunate, I guess you would say, right? Let's see. Hey, Real Scratcher. People are whales are still waiting to buy back in, right? Whales can wait a little bit. That's why I've been telling you guys I'm still waiting to buy back in. The $200 moving average didn't look too strong as a support level. We saw it kind of teetering over and over again. And yeah, people aren't buying Bitcoin at the moment. Gotta wait. It's charts just don't go up. As much as we would all love to see charts continue to go up and up and up, that's not the way the market works, right? So we just got to be patient, wait for a little bit of a pullback, wait to see where that support level lands, start nibbling on the support. If we start booming, you can start increasing your sizes, and then from there you ride the momentum up and, you know, make a good trade, right? Let's see. Hey Mattis, no real coins tonight. If I was going to hop into something, it'd be something like a Luna, or something that's been a little bit more volatile. For instance, just go over to coinmarket.com and go over to what's going up a lot in the last 24 hours. Luna, QNT, EGLND, Elrond, maybe AVEX. No, I'd probably stick to these top three. And, you know, even if they're not moving as much as like their price would indicate at the moment, those are things that are moving a lot percentage-wise, up and down, up and down, up and down. And that's why I really like them. And that's what I'd be looking to trade. Now, if you want to trade Luna, for instance, you'd have to go down to Luna, scroll down, and you can trade this on Binance or KuCoin. Most people have access to KuCoin or Huobi Global. You can try that one as well, or Bitfinex. But that's how you're going to be able to trade those ones, if you like to day trade those ones, I would say. Oops, sorry, guys. I slept in my ear a funny way last night, so my ear is like really sore. But that was me for being an idiot and sleeping on my ear. I folded my ear when I slept and I just kept it there all night. Let's see. And I guess the pressure, like from it being suctioned, like, you know, you can suction your ear, it kind of pulled on my eardrum a little bit, and my eardrum is really sore from that. Let's see. But when you guys are day trading, I usually recommend going for the most volatile and just watching the patterns, because usually the patterns work out pretty well for you. Usually. I want to say like 4 out of 5 times the patterns are really nice. Hey, Will K 2.0. Oh, excuse me, not 2.0, but K.2. Hey, Michael. Glad to have found your channel. Smart level-headed analysis. You got a new subscriber. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it very much. My channel doesn't grow as fast as a lot of the other people because I'm not really as exciting. You'll kind of learn that about me. I'm more of a nerd that really... I have a social life, but it usually is with people from other states, basically. And so I'm a very... I wouldn't say I'm a boring YouTuber, but... I don't yell and hype, and I don't scream we're going to the moon. Although I am very excited when we do start to see some big movement, right? But I appreciate Will very, very much. Thank you very much. Let's see. What will happen for Doge and Bitcoin in the next 2 weeks? Do you think they will go up in the next 2 months? In the next 2 months, yeah. In the next 2 months, yeah, I'm sure they're going to go back up for sure. I think we're due for a larger dip sometime in January, though, maybe the end of December. So I'm watching for that one. I'll see how that performs. But until then, I'm happy with where we're at as far as Bitcoin and whatnot. I think we were due. Most of you, if you guys have been watching the stream for a little bit of time, you guys will know how my motto is: hey, take your profit so you don't have to worry about all the other crap, right? Excuse me. And you guys remember, we have a few different trend lines here. We don't need this trend line anymore since we, broke down below it. But Jesus, sorry guys, talking. I had a lot of freaking air in my chest. Let me make this line this kind of red line so you can see it. So, remember guys where I started selling off my altcoins because I was like, things are starting to slow down a little bit. Just to protect myself, I want to start selling some of my coins off. Now, granted, it was only 25% of my positions, but 25% still, quarter, right? But that happened not here, like here, let me draw the trend line to what happened. Right? Well, we tapped right here and tapped right here. And we went up a little bit, then when we came down, that's where I started to scale my positions right here. Right? Of course it went up and it went even higher, but now look where we're at. Now we're a little bit lower, right? So that original trend that we were riding for a while, the longest trend that we had, we broke down below that one, and that's where I started to sell my altcoins. And then I sold the another 50% of my altcoins on this breakdown right here, right? So this one was maybe a little, about the same price. So no, this one was probably a little teeny bit higher than this price. But I'm pretty much out of, I only have about 25% of my altcoins left right now. I was going to sell some more if we broke down below the 200, but I changed that to the support line right here just to give a little bit more time so I could see what was going to happen with it. But yeah, so hopefully we can have a bounce off of this one right here. Let me see. But yeah, over the next few weeks, we need to consolidate somewhere. we can come down all the way down to 38,000 for all I care. We just have to find a floor that's not all the way down here at these trend lines right here, you know, at 30,000. Or if we follow the old trend line from like way back in May 19th, that would be somewhere way down here at 25,000, which would be something I don't even think is like going to happen at this point, right? But it could, but I really don't think it's going to happen, right? But it's that type of stuff we have to be watching for. But Bitcoin's either going to find a floor somewhere around 42,700, or it's going to find a floor closer to 37,300. Hopefully it doesn't fall down below that 37,000 level. Bitcoin will go down a little bit. Altcoins will go down a lot if that's the case. So just remember, altcoins will go down a lot. So every time you see Bitcoin taking that little bit of a dump here, whatever, altcoins are taking a much larger dip, which is why most of my swing positions are that are, you know, the crypto coins that I have, the altcoins, I sold a lot of them here and I sold a lot of them here just because they tend to drop down a lot more than everything else, right? Or Bitcoin. Yeah, right. Let's go back here. 5. I can go for a minute chart while we wait for this to kind of pick up a little bit. Let's see. Hey Lorenzo, ACH. Let me take a quick look at it. Let me add Luna to my list right here, though. All right, and you're looking for ACH. Let's see. I can go Coinbase, I guess. Coinbase have a long enough chart? No, it does not. Let me go to ACH. Hubi? Hold on. ACH. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. A bit more information. Yeah, okay. This one. Now you do have support at about 6.063 cents, which looks okay to me. Hopefully it's able to bounce above the 50 though, because if it does fall below the 50, I think it would come down to test out this support level here because that candle bar is going to be a little bit longer. Let me see, what can I see here? If you're looking to buy into this though, I would really just wait for a simple breakout happening sometime like that. Do we break out at this level? No, we really never held above this, so this is really the breakout spot, but now it's, I guess now it's probably right here. I wouldn't be in this for a couple days until I see if it is able to bounce up and hold, or if until it broke out above this trend line right here. That's what I'd be looking for at the moment. If you bought down here, I would have already been sold, probably somewhere around here, not up, maybe scaled out, started scaling out here, sold some of it up towards the top, but I never catch the exact top, guys. Well, it's rare that I do. When I do, I'm surprised with myself and I'm very confident. I'm like, yes. But most of the time, nobody gets the exact top. But yeah, I'd hold off on this one for a little bit and just wait it out. Chances are, if Bitcoin is able to stabilize here around the 50 moving average, then you might be able to see a breakout here. But until then, I'd watch it very closely, because if it does fall down below this 0.063 cent level, man, I mean, this thing could really fall like a rock. Back down to, what, 2 cents? Yeah, nobody wants to hold through that. Or, no. I mean, that's support down here. Maybe, it would fall like 2 cents with 33-something%. You don't want that to happen, so I'd wait this one out for now. Ooh, excuse me. No, Luna looks like it's trying to take a little bit of a break here. Hopefully it's able to fix itself. What's this bad boy doing? FTM. Broken out yet? Nope. Sol. What's Sol doing? No, all these are kind of coming down here a little bit as Bitcoin's making a move down as well. That's what's causing all this stuff to happen. How's Doge doing at the moment? Yeah, we're seeing a lot of stuff come down here right now. So, guys, I'm just being patient with a lot of this. I know a lot of people want to buy and stuff like that, but I'm just being patient with it. The boring side of trading, I know. Let's see. Hey Alex, I was thinking about buying some puts on a firm because I think it's going to cool down. Any thoughts? Let me look it up again. I want to just refresh my mind on the chart. Oh. I would give it some time. Like, this is something you want to watch in pre-market to see how it's behaving. But at the moment, this thing could really run up towards its all-time high of 147 if it really does get that power back in there. There's no real technical showing any support levels around here besides... Let's see. Cooked up to that low. Yeah, that's exactly where it held with there. Yeah, you could... if you want to start buying puts right now, just do small nibbles. And then if it does fall down back down below $100, then you can start going a little bit heavy on it. But those nibbles, if it goes down at all, it'll make you some good money for sure. But wait to see how it performs. Not tomorrow, but Monday. Wait to see how it performs because this thing could really just start chugging for all we know. I haven't looked at any of the fundamentals of why it went up besides the earnings report. This thing can continue to rally, which would if you bought a put, it can just kill the put and make it be worthless in a matter of like hours. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. So be very careful about how you proceed here. I'd usually wait for like for it to hit a level of resistance, or breaking down below support. But support right now is really far away. Let me see. $107 support. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but you could buy some, but just play it safe on this one though. You never know if these things are just going to keep on chugging, or if they're just going to have a one good day and one bad day, right? Because if you wanted to buy puts on it, you probably would have wanted to buy one or two puts at a very cheap amount, right? Really out of the money today before the market closed to see what would happen. That way, if you lost the $100 something like that, you would know right away on Tuesday or excuse me, Monday. Let's see. Yeah, I want Luna to make a little bit more of a move here, even if Bitcoin takes a little bit of a dip. 1 second, guys. Here, I am going to open up a bottle of wine since it is a Friday night, and it's almost 8 o'clock. There you go. I always support local businesses when I can, and I go to my local little wine shop in Tacoma now, and this was a while ago, but they were selling all these wooden tools. So I don't have the other piece; it's in my kitchen. But this corkscrew is like wood on the top. It goes inside of another piece that's actually a wine stopper, and if you pull the stopper out, you can unscrew it. There's actually like a beer bottle opener in there too. It's freaking sweet. This cork has seen better days. This looks like it was freaking floating in the Caribbean. On. I'm trying to pull it out without having that ricochet motion. Or I can break the cork. Cool. Let's try the backup maneuver since I need a little bit expertise here. Oh snap, the cork's breaking apart on me. Okay, well I did say the cork looked like it was floating in the Caribbean for a minute. Oh, I gotta be careful here. If I keep pushing too hard, the cork will literally fall into the wine bottle. And nobody likes to drink cork in their wine. There we go. I'm gonna make it go all the way down, plus more than it needs to be. There we go. Oh gosh, that was more stressful than it needed to be, right? Oh, that has nice color to it. Healthy portions for a Friday night. Should have done a better job of cleaning this glass, but dishwashers can only do so much. Alright, let's see. Hey, Spready Love, thank you so much for the super chats. Very, very much. Thank you very, very much for the $5 and the $2 super chats. Sorry, it just took me a little bit to get there. I know the wine bottle thing was a little bit longer than it needed to be. I'll put that right there for now. There we go. I appreciate it, Spready Love, very, very much. And you know, if you have any questions, please, please let me know. Let's see. Hey, Chef, Mike's channel. So you start streaming with this pup. I know you guys will. You guys will see me streaming with my puppy on Monday the 20th. Monday the 20th. You guys will see me stream with my puppy because I pick him up on the 12th. I'll be. Oh, you guys probably can't see since my head's in the way, but oh, you guys don't need. I'm leaving for Philadelphia on the 13th, and I get back on the 19th. So you guys will definitely be able to see my puppy once I get back here. I'm super excited to get him. One of my friends over in Philadelphia, his name's Austin. He's a good friend of my friend that's getting married. He just got a German Shepherd puppy as well, but not white German Shepherd, just the normal German Shepherd, and it looks, oh gosh, it's cute too. Let's see, got that up right there. Do I think a recession will happen early 2020 Q1? Will that mean for crypto market? That'll be bad for the crypto market overall. In some respects. There are going to be people that are forced to sell their crypto in order to pay bills because they lost their job or whatever, right? Whenever we have a recession, right? And that will hurt the crypto markets. I think the big whales and the Wall Street, those are going to be the guys that start pumping up at that point in time, because everybody, you know, it'll be just kind of held up by big money at that point, at that point, right? But I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen as early as quarter one 2022. It'd probably happen if it probably Q2 or Q3. And remember, a recession is two consecutive quarters of negative GDP, so it has nothing really to do with jobs. It's more of actually the growth causing those jobs. I guess I just opened up a thing of wine, didn't I? Okay, let's see. See. Hey, Hard Knock Speaks. Can you check out PGTI? They just acquired the company I work for, plus 7 other companies thinking of investing. PGTI. Innovations. Got him. Jesus. Alright. Ooh. This guy's taking a hit as well. So this was the start of COVID. Before the start of COVID, it wasn't doing too hot anyway. But let's see. Is that, yeah, okay, that fits it there. So this is a pretty solid trend line until it broke a few months ago. When is this? May. Since then, it's been coming down pretty steadily. Just had a death cross on this one, so it doesn't look so hot in the short term. If it loses another 11%, this thing could go back to pre-COVID prices. So let's see. My God, I should never open up a wine. So this is what happens when you leave your garage door open. If you wanted to buy a little bit, this is what you're going to do, since the overall market, like the overall market right now does not look good. Because of that, you don't really be going heavy on any particular stock play. Just because, you know, if the indexes are kind of looking nasty, it affects everything because the indexes are made up of everything, right? If you wanted to take a small bite, you might be able to do one under 20 bucks is where you might start looking for a small nibble. Besides that, maybe around the $18 range is something I would see as well. Right now, I would not go heavy into this play at all, though. You have earnings coming up a little bit later. How are the earnings? How was earnings before? It was so earnings came out. Oh, let me just do this. No, it already happened. So earnings was the 12th of August. I'm guessing it was aftermarket the way this thing performed. So yeah, earnings weren't that good. Earnings back in see it here. Yeah, I would start taking bites if it tries to head back down to about $20, a little bit less than that. And then if it falls down below that one, then I would start taking another little chunk around $18. But if if this market does not turn around pretty soon, this could easily go back on down to the $16 range for sure. So be careful with it. Don't invest a large chunk of cash into it. Definitely take your time with this one and buy over weeks and over months if you can. And I suspect when they do their earnings call, they're going to be talking about how they bought a whole bunch of stuff. And usually buying a whole bunch of stuff, it's either going to be a very good thing that the market likes, or it's going to be something the market doesn't like. But sometimes the company they buy, it's not really run well, and it takes them time and it takes them capital to really get the market, the company really flowing the way that so it all blends together. Harmonize is what I was trying to think of, but a different version of that word. Let's go back over here. 5. There you go. It's still trying to move up here. This could be pretty fun to watch. Let me put it back to 5. There we go. Starting to make a move here. Let's see. Helgon Gains. Oh, hey, Helgon Gains. I'm camping and I just watched a Fisher cat mess up a fox. Ooh. Don't mess with cats. Let's see. Hey, and I appreciate it. Let's see, you were far from boring. We enjoy the stocks, crypto, and learning who you are, what makes you happy besides a good whiskey, and your love of family, making new friends on your channel. I appreciate it. Let's see. I know, I'm just not the raw guys on YouTube. Those raw guys are freaking crazy. I don't like raw guys. Raw guys make you guys lose money, which I don't necessarily like. Like, I give you guys plays and stuff like that, but I won't just kind of blurt something that's like where the technicals don't say something, right? Some YouTubers just say buy this, and like I'm just like, nothing says buy it, right? Over the past couple weeks, a lot of YouTubers were saying we were going back down to 25,000 over a matter of like 3 days, and I was like, what? Right? Now we took a little bit of a dip, right? But this dip hasn't been anything crazy or like devastating, right? And so I'm just like, people are gone crazy, but you know that's what sells. That's what they need, the clicks. Hey, the roller coaster. In the crypto bear market like 2018, you think we see Dogecoin drop to under a penny again? I don't think we're going to see Dogecoin drop down to below a penny. If Dogecoin got down below like 10 cents or something like that, I would be all out of Dogecoin, taking my nice profits and walk away and not touch it again. If that was the case, if it dropped down below 10 cents, I'd be out of it. If I started booming up again, maybe I'd take another swing trade position. But I made a lot of money off of Dogecoin. I don't want to lose all that money, right? That's why I sold most of mine a while ago. Back when we were having, all-time highs and whatnot, right? I got called paper hands, jerk, whatever, like loser for selling my crypto towards the highs. But you know what? That money is sitting comfortably in my trading accounts instead of, in a bag somewhere for somebody that didn't sell at the right time, right? Let's see. Hey, Borka, I might be able to do one-on-one talks, but not anytime, like not now. I still have no idea how I would do that, how I'd run that. I could probably ask some of my YouTube friends that I know on Discord that they might be able to help me, but I'm not entirely sure how I would structure all that type of stuff. But maybe next year. I don't have any plans for it this year. Maybe. It's more of a time thing. I help take care of my mom since she has a stroke. I help take care of my sister and my grandparents, and then I'm usually just working on YouTube and a whole bunch of stuff. So it's like more of like, how do I find the time? And I tried to get some people to help me out with YouTube. Like I was paying this, I'm gonna kill another fly. I tried to get this company to help me out, and I was paying them $2,000 a month, and they did pretty much jack squat. And so, I don't know. Probably in the future, I just have to find a way to get everything kind of humming in my channel a bit better. Let's see. Hey, Haram, what's my favorite wine? I normally just like a normal Chardonnay. I'm not too much of a wine enthusiast. I mean, I drink lots of wine, I guess. I drink lots of wine, but I don't really have a favorite too much. I like orange wine. I like orange wine a lot. That's probably my favorite type of wine, orange wine. But nobody ever drinks orange wine because it's not what most people drink, right? But I do love me some orange wine for sure. This one's not bad. It's oh, did I get a piece of cork in there? I think I did. Is that cork? Oh yeah, it's crumbling in my hands. Yeah. What do you call? Orange wine is usually my favorite for sure. I really did mess up this cork, didn't I? Alright, there we go. Let's see. Amazon made a deal with a firm to buy, offer to buy now, pay later, causing the first jump. Well, see, hey Steve, I think Amazon. Oh, let me just read your whole message. To buy, pay now, causing the first jump. The earnings were amazing, and the future guidance is went way up. So yeah, it could keep on going up, kind of like Upstart. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm like, hey, you got to be careful about buying puts on there. One of the things I would say about Affirm and Amazon, though, I think Amazon is getting ready for the next recession. Whenever it comes, Amazon doesn't know. Nobody really knows exactly when it's coming. But Amazon, if people can't afford, like let's say a lot of the small business owners or whatnot, you know, not small business owners, but you see a lot of everyday people that kind of have more middle class jobs. If they lose their jobs and they can't buy, you know, afford Amazon and stuff like that, that's where you start to see a lot of money flowing towards Walmart and those type of stores and out of the Amazon ecosystem and out of like the Target ecosystem, if that makes sense, right? And so I think Amazon is trying to help people, or you know, make sure the revenue stays up, and in a system where, you know, in an economy where it might not be the best for everybody, right? And I think Affirm will help them out a lot from that. I've seen Affirm for a long time at a whole bunch of stuff, and the fact that they got a deal with Amazon, that's pretty darn good, right? Let's see. Cheers, Mike. It's been a long week. Yeah, for real, guys. Oop. Cheers, everybody. A little bit more air time. It actually tastes pretty good. I need my wine to aerate. I need it bad. Let's see. Hey, Spritty Love. Right now, it looks like they're probably going to come down a little bit more over the next few days for sure. But yeah, that's unless Bitcoin's able to pop back above this 200-day moving average. And at the end of the day, you know, remember, guys, we have another 21 hours until this candle closes right here. We still don't know if it's actually going to close above the 50-day moving average. If it doesn't, you know, it might consolidate for a couple more days before it, but eventually it's going to take another big dip, right? And guys, remember, when in doubt, trust the trend. Short-term trend is down, long-term trend is up, right? So I'm still fine with where we go over the next few weeks, but the short-term trend is where I'm looking to get good prices to, you know, to have a nice little swing trade out of it. Yeah, Bitcoin's hitting the 200 moving average on the 5-minute chart pretty hard. Let's see. Hey, Maddis, thank you very, very much for another super chat. I really do appreciate it. A glass of wine, I was going to say wine like a freaking vampire. A glass of wine does sound good. A Walmart run, I think so. How much longer will you stay on? I will be on until 10 o'clock, so that's 2 more hours. So yeah, you're fine with a Walmart run. Friday streams are much more relaxed. We don't really talk too much about all the crazy stuff going on. Just more of a time to chill, and if you guys have any questions, I like to answer them. Let's see. Hey Steve, Walmart run, did you know Amazon delivers wine now? And I think DoorDash also offers alcohol for delivery? I did not know that. Out here, Steve, Amazon doesn't have 2-hour delivery outside of Seattle. I used to be able to get 2-hour delivery with Amazon. Now I don't. But I think, well, I live downtown, so I literally could just walk to any store like a few blocks away. But yeah, guys, you guys don't have to drink, but it's just something we do on Friday nights where we just have a nice little drink, relax. You take this time to realize you have no control over the market. All you're doing is just kind of waiting it out. Especially me, and I told you guys a couple days ago, I'm pretty much all out of well, 4 days ago now. I'm pretty much all out of my swing position, so now I'm just kind of watching the market to see when I can get back into it. And I'm just being patient with it, because patience is really key here. Let's see. Hey, Gatla, I think we're in for one more decent-sized pump, close to 60K, then crash. That could definitely happen right here. I'm hoping we can break 60K though. It really depends on how you kind of size these charts up a little bit. You can look at what a lot of people like to do. Let's see. Let me go to Bitcoin. What's a Bitcoin chart we're not using right now? Bitcoin Coinbase. Let's go Bitcoin. Bitcoin Coinbase will work fine for now. So let's put these both in the day charts here. Oh, first of all, we have looked at the weekly chart in a second. This is the Bitcoin weekly chart. We're holding the 20. I just forgot to mention that a little bit ago. But the Bitcoin weekly chart, we are holding over the 20 at the moment. So that's kind of nice to see. And that low comes to about 37,000, right? 37,000 is the lowest I think we might go on this little dip that we're seeing now. Now, moving back to the day, let me tip this up right here. Let me tip this up right there, and let me go right here. All right, this was the little dip of 2016, right? Let's see. When's the last time we had? I guess the last time we had a little bit of a dip like this was more like here. But what you can do is you can go back and kind of see what's the last time we had when you had a crazy dip like this, consolidate for a little bit, then we had a crazy jump. We might be somewhere in here of that type of move before making a little bit more of a run. But let's see, is there anything else in here I can really go towards? Because it was a while, like, you know, remember guys, we were chugging at the lows for a while, like for a long time. Let's see. No, because we crashed down below the 200, yeah. Forget that for a second, guys. But I still think we have another pump in this. That's my main point. I was trying to find out exactly where it was. There's a graph that looks pretty. Oh, it's an Ethereum graph, not a Bitcoin graph. That's what it is. There's an Ethereum graph that looks pretty similar to what we're seeing right now. Let me pop this back though, because I hate the way this looks on top to bottom. There we go. Yeah, but right now, guys, my concern is if we're not able to break above the 50-day moving average, but in the next 21 hours, and like hold above it, we're probably going to take another leg down. Not today, but tomorrow evening. Let's see, or tomorrow if we're not able to just break above the 50 at all. But I think we can because we did it once earlier today. Let's see. And I remember when I told you guys earlier when we just logged in, I was like, hey, there's a W. W's are always fun plays, guys. Buy the W, make a little profit. Actually, what does Investopedia call it? Investopedia. Now, Investopedia calls it something else. It's not a double oh, I forgot the N. They call it the double bottom. Or here, hold on. Yeah, they call it the double bottom. I don't like to call it a double bottom pattern necessarily because a lot of times it's not like a nice looking double bottom. It looks more like it doesn't look like that. You know, it looks more like a lot of times when I see them, they look more like that. And you know, you just see that they're not. It's not bouncing off of a clear line, basically, right? See how it might break that line, and still you can buy it here and make money on the upswing. sometimes that happens, which is why I don't like to call them double bottoms, because a lot of people that are new, they get a little confused by it. Alright, now how's Luna doing? Is Luna making any more progress, or is it slowed down a little bit here? Oh, it's Phantom. Let me see, Luna. Yeah, slow down a little bit here. FTM didn't do it. Soul, still having trouble here. Okay. Still stick with Luna though, just in case it's able to break out, because it still looks okay at the moment. Let's see. Smells like kind of sweet, but it's a dry sweet. Hey, Garbage. Do I think crypto's difficult? So I think we're due for another pump here. I still think we're going to go up higher in a couple weeks for sure. My thing with this right now is most altcoins, yes. Dogecoin, I just don't know. Dogecoin has been taking its time. You know, it likes to go up and likes to blade back down. So Dogecoin may be due for a nice size pop. I'd recommend, if you guys are day trading, to sell on that pop and then just buy back down a couple days later after it bleeds a little bit. Because for real, you know, Dogecoin loves to pop. You can make a lot of money really fast, which is awesome, right? But at the same time, if you don't sell at the pop, you watch all those profits slowly grind away, which is not really a fun thing to watch. All right. But I think most of all the altcoins, yeah, like Ethereum, yeah, that'll be fine. Cheers. Let's see. Hey, Edric. I already said 37,000 is the lowest I see this going over the next few weeks. If it goes below that one, then crypto's in trouble for a while. It's going to be a lot, you know. That means shorts are really pushing down hard. That means whales are getting out for whatever reason, which is no fun thing to have happen for sure. Let's see. Hey, Robert Dean, I appreciate it. If you guys can, yeah, please consider liking the video, guys. It does help out the channel a lot. Cabernet Sauvignon, that one is a nice wine. I like it a lot. It just always sounds so fancy when you say it, though. Let's see. Let's see. Hey Chris, if we're mirroring September 2017, we're going to the moon. Yeah, I think we're still. I still think we're going up over the next few weeks, right? I still think we're going up. I don't think we're going to have any major hiccups until like really January, towards the end of the year. Let's see. Yeah, hey Alpha. Yeah, there's no moderators here. Yeah, you can be a mod. Let's see. You're here for a while. That's why I know. Same rules apply to all the mods. Don't start any trouble. If you need to time somebody out, time them out, but don't abuse your power. Basically, people have a tendency to abuse their mod power every once in a while. Not every mod, but like every once in a while you do, and so then I hear about it, and I hate having to hear about it because most mods are really chill people, right? Let's see. But yeah, Alpha, you're good to go. You got a little wrench. Hey Vladimir. Shiba's okay. I own it. Shiba's not doing anything. It's just not. It's going sideways. Until it does something, until it moves one way or the other, I'm really more just disappointed in what it's been up to. You can hold on to it for a long time to see what happens with it, but it already has a pretty high market cap, so I don't expect it to go parabolic anytime soon. I'm just hoping that it'll just have some type of normal run. But excuse me, I'm just holding it. It's like Shiba's the only coin that I bought. I bought it as a YOLO play because a lot of people were telling me to buy it during the whole madness stuff. Shiba's the only coin I have right now that is negative. The only coin. I mean that speaks volume to how I feel about it. Like it's not like a crappy coin like that, but it's the only coin I own that is not doing hot at the moment. If you do want to buy Sheeb, or you want to start getting more excited about Sheeb, you're gonna have to wait till it gets above this level right here, which is a 0.0000990. If it's able to break above that level right there, then you can be looking fine. But right now, Not doing anything at all. It broke down below support actually a few days ago here. I can make this go down a little bit more right there. So, yeah. But it broke support. So this sheep doesn't look too strong at all at the moment. But if you're going to hold it, hold it. I'm just holding it. But at the moment, Shiba is like a, you know, I wouldn't recommend it to somebody that wants to make money in the short term. This seems like it just has to be a long-term play or something like that. Because, like, you know, even look at Dogecoin for a second. Even Dogecoin's outperformed it, and Dogecoin hasn't been doing too hot at all, right? Let's see. When is this from here? June 22nd. June 22nd. See, they both went up a little bit, came down. But you see, Dogecoin went up a lot. Shiba didn't do much. Shiba went up about 60%. Dogecoin managed to get up to 120%. Right, so, you know, it's just, it's not performing the best at the moment is what I would say. Put that right there, and let's put on Luna one more time. Let's see. Hey, Heat, you going to deliver some wine? Hey, chef, me drinking water because I'm not 21 yet? Oh, no. My gosh, you would have loved to be born in Europe. I have a lot of European friends, and they were drinking wine since they were like 12 years old. not like, you know, like heavy drinking, but just, you know, a glass of wine, chilling out. It's different cultures, my man. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Alan, time's up. Mike, how's it going? Going pretty well, man. Thanks for asking. It's been a pretty long week. I definitely need the rest here. I'm going to be streaming until about 10 o'clock tonight, so another about an hour and a half or so. And then I'm going to literally go to sleep because literally over the past 2 weeks, I've been going to bed at 3 a.m. in the morning, maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. And I've been waking up around 10 o'clock or so. So in order to get through this wedding and meet a whole bunch of people and do a whole bunch of work at the same time, I'm going to need to be at the I need to get some rest. Let's see. Hey, Chris, you staking Shiba at 2%? Yeah, that's definitely a good way to play Shiba for sure. If you're holding it for a long time, just stake it. Let it sit. Don't touch it. It's the best way I think you can make some money off of it. Hey, Mona. Oh, you got some Bitcoin. It's not Boeing puts today. Let me see. Let's see. This is what I don't like about Boeing. Remember, you buy it, you buy some puts, it does something crazy, and then it comes back down, right? So, yeah, today was definitely an okay time to buy some puts on Boeing. And one of the reasons is you see it wasn't able to really close above resistance here. As far as how long you want to hold these guys for, you can hold them down to, I think you said 205, right? Yeah, to be around 205. Yeah, so what I recommend... So when it comes down to 205, this is the way I would trade it. This is not, this is me saying how I would trade it. It's not telling you to do anything. I'm not a financial advisor. You know the mumbo jumbo. I know what I'm talking about. But I would start scaling out every position around 205. If it decides to dip down even more below 205, then you're able to do one of two things. You can start to scale out more of your position, right? So you can be all out if it hits the next level of support, which is probably somewhere around here at about 191, right? Or what you can do is you can hold on to this position right here and then buy even more and see if you can make more profit, right? Now that is up to you how you want to play that, but you have options here, which is kind of nice. So yeah, definitely take a look at Boeing here. Just wait and see how it performs at 205. If it taps 204, it looks like 205 right here. If it taps that one, maybe scale out, but you could wait a few more days and see how it performs if it continues to break down. Because if it does, that'd be a good play. And one of the reasons that I like Boeing as far as puts is Boeing will go down sometimes, a lot, even if the market overall is going up. Because Boeing also has so much news coming out, good and bad, all the time. And because of that, it makes it a little bit easier to separate off of the trend, so to speak. All right. Breaking down. And let me see right here. Put put some different music on here. When's the last thing? 224, underperform, peer perform. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I guess Boeing is getting some increased competition here. That might cause a little bit of stuff. And nobody's been selling their shares. Oh, they probably can't since they've been doing so bad lately. Let's see. Earnings. Oh no, I had earnings a while ago. Okay, but yeah, you could still buy some Boeing puts for sure. And you do see like this. You see this line isn't really at the right spot, but you do see there is another level of support somewhere down here in the 180s. So that might be another level of support you could watch out for. And that line comes from here. Oh, I guess it didn't really work out real. There you go. So 180s is down here. So if it does keep on crawling, could lead to some good puts for sure. Don't be afraid to buy puts that are pretty far out too if you want to hold on to them for a little bit longer time, especially since this has been ignore this line now since it has officially broken down out of it. You're seeing this pretty aggressive downward channel. So Boeing could possibly keep on going down, breaking through each level of support. When it does eventually break out, I buy some calls and make some money on the way up as well. Eventually. It'll take some time. Like the shortest it can break out really is October, November time. Hopefully that means the stock market will be okay though. Let's start here. Let's see. Coming down a little bit. Yeah, seeing some breathers. STMX is having a pretty bad day as well. Let's see, anything else going on? I'll put on Ethereum right here because I want to see what Ethereum's been up to in a little bit. Yeah, 5 minutes. Let's see. Hey, Digital Tech. Hey, Michael. How are you? What do you feel about crypto markets? Are we going to enter a bear market again? I don't think we're going to enter a bear market right now, but I do think we're due for probably one more dip here. Hopefully, it'll find a level to stabilize that. But at the moment, I'm Digital Tech. I'm just waiting on the sidelines. I sold most of my crypto on the breakdowns, and then or most of my swing positions, excuse me. And now I'm just waiting to get back in. But I don't feel confident about buying it at these levels just yet. But yeah, so far I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, my man. Hey, Chef, I don't like the alcohol taste anyways. I hate it so much. I would like a Four Loko or something, though, less alcohol taste type. I have never actually had a Four Loko. I have never had a Four Loko in my life before. I have heard about them. I personally have just never had them, though. Cheers, everybody. Ooh. Ooh, man, a little tart. Let's see. Yeah, I did hear about Apple's lawsuit. I think Apple will find a way to get around it. I know Apple's like monopoly system that they've been working out. It's been causing a little bit of trouble here for them. I think if Apple lets other companies people pay for the if Apple allows other companies to have their paying systems on the Apple phones, I think Apple can somewhat charge a fee for the extra service, and that may help them out a little bit. Like, hey, if you want to do this, you have to pay $1 Apple fee, right? $1 Apple fee. And there are fees like that more than you know. For instance, if you guys donate to my stream using an Apple phone, Apple takes a cut and YouTube takes a cut out of the money that goes to me, right? And I think Apple will do that same thing when it comes to all these other platforms trying to pay where you don't have to go through the Apple Pay in order to pay for an app or something like that, right? So I think that's what's going to happen. Let's see. Hey, all the time, Mike, what do you use to buy Bitcoin? Personally, I just use Voyager. It's pretty simple. I can transfer it over to another wallet if I want to. Like here. Here. Supported coins right there, BitTorrent. So buy it right through there, nice and easy. You can send it to a wallet if you want to, do all that type of stuff. I don't, hold on a second. Let's see. It doesn't have interest though. BitTorrent had interest a few months ago, but I think they took it away. So there's no interest in it though. So just be careful of that. Maybe if I don't know if BitTorrent is on Coinbase. I don't think it is though. Is it on there? Is it? Okay, they did put it on there. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they have interest on it though. It might be worth holding it there if you can. But most of the time, yeah, I just buy it on Voyager. Mostly because it's a long-term hold. I like using Voyager for long-term holds. It's just kind of how I like to use it. But it's not bad at all. No, excuse me. No worries, Kate. I'm not going to drink one on stream. Let's see. Hey, Peter. Hey, Mike. It's funny how much less views you get when everything turns bearish, and that's why you actually learn a lot more, in my opinion. Oh, that's when you actually learn a lot more. Yeah, I think, well, it's not just my channel in general. It's a lot of crypto channels. But you guys can do this actually at home. You guys can type in trends, and it'll take you to a place, well, it's called trends, but it, here, let me see. It just took me straight to the website. There you go. Trends. It'll take you to Google Trends, right? And you can type in Bitcoin. And you'll see back in, like, when everything was pumping, a lot more views. Back in May, a lot of views. Now we're starting to just start to tick back up on views, right? Just start to tick back up. But it is definitely crazy how the views will, how they'll work out. If we go to the past, can I do 2 years or from December 2019? Let's just try something like that. You see, relative. Many people weren't actually searching Bitcoin for a while. Now we got back to normal levels for the most part, and now we're starting to take a little bit of an uptick. But remember, guys, most crypto channels are kind of small little entities here. You have those big mega channels and whatnot. But yeah, most people don't search up crypto as much. And you can go to YouTube search right here, right? Same thing, right? And they're anticipating it goes up, right? Anticipating. But right now, you can see how we're at the lowest time of searches for Bitcoin. And that's why you see a lot of YouTubers scrambling to try to find views. Now, I'm lucky enough where I don't actually need YouTube views to make money because I trade. But I know there are other YouTubers out there that have they have jobs because they're not at that level of trading yet. But what's that guy's name? Final Stand. He's a pretty entertaining guy. He can make some questionable calls for sure. But video views in the last 30 days, his are down 30%, right? Subscribers, down 50%. Mine are somewhat similar to that level, right? He's down 28%. I bet mine are down 50% or something crazy like that. So I took off a whole bunch of my videos, my old live streams, because a lot of you guys were getting those confused with my new live streams. So that's why you see that I have like down a whole bunch of subscribers and stuff like that. So that's my bad. I just did it a couple days ago too. But yeah, you get my point. So my views are down. Everybody's views are down. Even the big YouTube creators. But you'll see them. Oh geez, and now it says I make no money. Oh dear Lord. Oh my god, this is pretty cool. Sorry, but yeah. So you guys get my point though. So yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers right now that are like really scrambling to find views, and there's just kind of me. It was like, this is kind of my part-time gig, guys. I don't need YouTube, but gosh darn it, I really don't do much in life. So I kind of like talking with you guys and just kind of teaching people how to trade, because I don't know, like most people kind of suck when they first start off trading, right? Most people fail because they have no guidance. Now, is my guidance 100% the way to go, right? No. But I feel like I can get you guys on that course where you guys aren't going to be losing money every single day, where you guys can stay afloat, if not make money every day, and just be consistent at it, right? As long as you guys are consistent, you guys are fine. But most people don't know how to be consistent as soon as they hop in the market. That's why, it's a very hard thing to do, right? But, yeah. I'm hoping that views come back. At the same time, it was very hard for me to answer all of you guys' questions when I had like 5,000 people in the stream. So, it's a different world. Let's see. Hey, Mona, do I think ADA might have a pump? Probably. ADA is not going to do anything out of the ordinary, so it's going to stick with Bitcoin for this time, for the foreseeable future. Hey, Skylar. Cheers, everybody. Can you take a look at HBAR for me? I'm looking for a place to sell and buy back. Hard to tell what it does against the rest of the market. Yeah, no worries. And thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I guess we can go with the Binance charts. I do not like this chart. Yeah, it's a little bit nicer. Okay. So I hate when the charts look all sideways like nothing's happened, but stuff has happened. Okay. Yeah, that's the level we really haven't been able to break above so far. Excuse me. Alright, so for now for HBAR, you're saying that I'm looking for a place to sell and buy back in. Hard to tell. Okay. So right now we have a little bit of resistance at about 34 cents. If you're looking for a stop loss, or I don't know what your average is basically right now. But if you're looking for just kind of a steady level where you're like, hey, I don't like what I'm seeing, I need to get out of it and take my profit so I can buy back in at a lower price, right? You can either choose to do that at the 20-day moving average right here, right? If it decides to dip back down to 28 cents, that you're gonna probably from here you're gonna lose about by the time it happens, it'll probably be about 10%. That might not be too fun for you. You might want to hold a little bit longer, as you do see a golden cross appearing right here. Did have a death cross right here. Did that do anything? Led to a little bit here, but not much. So I wouldn't really say that affected it all too much here. So if you want to look for a price that's a little bit shorter, you might be able to look for the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart, or the 200 here. But that's at 20. Now that's 25 here. I should go to the 2-hour just so I can have another look at this. No, 4-hour chart, 3-hour chart, 2-hour chart. Looks like the best. Okay. You might be able to use this right here. This might save you a little bit of time. Let me take off the slide that point there. Skylar, so what you're going to have right here, if I can adjust this again, even though, oh, that lines up pretty perfectly, though, even with that breakout. Well, you don't have to worry about this because you're trying to sell. But I would use this as your level of support short term. This will make sure if it does drop down a little bit, you're risking losing still 10%. Wow. Yeah. Well, over the next few days, if it does do it, it's not going to drop all at once. You're probably risking losing about 7% there. And if you want to, you can use the 50 moving average if you like really wanting to sell it sooner rather than later. But besides that, I would use this in case it does have another pop within it. Because right now you're just waiting for a breakout. That's pretty much what you're waiting for. If the breakout fails, then you can sell, but might as well hold on to it if you think it can make some money here. Let's see. Yeah, right now you're going to be holding, or since you want to sell, you can. Right now you're at resistance, so you can see if it's going to break through the resistance, or you can just sell since it technically is at resistance at this moment in time. Okay, but it's up to you if you want to sell now, and I'm guessing you have some good profits out of it. or if you want to hold on for the potential of it breaking out here and trying to go back up towards what are some short-term resistances here? Let's just go for those ones. We're risking if he does break out, you can probably make another 5% or another 10% from there. And from, I guess, from if you bought it a couple minutes ago, up to 10%. Yeah, so that's not too bad. But yeah, I would either use the 50 moving average on the 2-hour chart or even the 4-hour chart if you wanted to, or use this line. But if you wanted to get out, you can just get out right now, to be frank, just because it is hitting a level of resistance that you're seeing right now. Let's see. That's that right there and right there. Yeah, but it just hit resistance and it got broken down. So, you know, until that breaks out, it's not going to be looking. It's just going to be going sideways, if not a little bit more down. Pop that right there. A little bit right there. And right now, guys, you're starting to see crypto take a little bit of a turn downwards at the moment. So just heads up on that one. Let's see. Hey, Pavi, what's my thoughts on Voyager Coin? I mean, I like the Voyager Coin. I own a little bit of it just because it's it's a newer app and things like that. As far as coins, I like just kind of a matter of like a preference. I don't mind investing in coins of smaller exchanges in the hopes that they're going to become much larger, because I think the market is so big for exchanges right now that as long as they don't piss off or really make the U.S. government mad where it has to regulate them out of existence, like kind of like what we saw with Binance, right? As long as the government doesn't have to do anything crazy like that, I think a lot of these coins are going to go up a lot in value. I think what is Voyager Coin even at right now? It's at 24. Just went down a little bit. 24.13 at the moment. Oh, sorry, no. It's $2.54. I think it's good for a long-term hold. I would use it for a long-term hold, and that's about it. I don't like to do too much day trading on those types of coins, but for long-term holds, I think BNB, all those types of coins, I think they're only going to get higher as the years go on, because I believe there's going to be so many more people trading in the future, right? I'm teaching my sister about crypto, and now she's not going to trade because she's not 18, but when she's in college, I'm going to give her a couple of grand for one of her birthdays and say, hey, use it on the market. Hopefully she doesn't use it on something stupid like whatever she would want to use it for, but practice trading and see. I'll give her $2,000 in Bitcoin. That way she can't spend it. Oh, maybe by then she'll be able to spend it on something. But you get my point, right? So I think more people are going to be entering the crypto markets every single year, and I think that because of that, you're going to see them using multiple platforms, because there's not one platform that has every coin. There's some platforms that have some coins and other platforms that have other coins, and some platforms have a lot more coins than others, but overall, I think I think a lot of those coins are going to be just fine in the long run, like very, very fine. Let's see. Hey, Peter. Well, Matt's got more subs, but he has more hype and news. You teach, we learn. Yeah, exactly. So I'm the much more boring side, I would say, but I got much more educational side at the same time, right? That's why I was most of the day today I was actually working on some stuff for you guys here. This is part way work. I still need to change this image and stuff like that. But I've been going through all of the different exchanges and doing small little reviews for you guys. That way, when I start this whole course up, you guys will be able to pretty much make a lot of easy money by logging into each one of these accounts and getting free money from them and just putting it into your main account after like a week or so. It's a pretty simple way to make some money, and I hope you guys will use those methods, because I don't know, when an app offers you free money just for trying them out, I'd take it. Right now, personally, me, not really, because I don't really need the money. But for a new trader who might only have a couple $100, if you start off with $200 in a few weeks, you could be walking away with like $400, $500 with some of these exchanges, right? I got my friend to sign up for Robinhood a few weeks ago, and I was like, hey, yeah, we each get paid a little bit of money for it. I'll give you, like, they were going to pay me money for it. I'll just pay you what they gave me too, and that would help you kind of like a little bit more. And for them, I did what did it do? He got a share of Microsoft. So And a share of Microsoft right now goes for, I don't even know, like $200 something. $2.95. So he got a share of Microsoft just for signing up. Now, most of the time you get the $5, $8 stocks, but you know, you never know if you're gonna get one of those nice ones. So I'll set up all that type of stuff, and I'm hoping I can deliver it this Monday. It's the video's a little overdue because I've been just so swamped with taking care of my family and whatnot. But I'm hoping that video will kind of have some good reviews, good thumbs up, and stuff like that, which would be nice to see. Here RMS, I think Bitcoin looks a little weak right now, but I think overall it's still fine for this run that we're having at the moment. Yeah, no worries, Skylar. Just wait some time to see if it breaks out, because it could have another move here sometime tonight, which could make it separate off from a couple other coins. Let me see at the moment here. What is market caps? Fine. Okay. So yeah, Binance. Okay. I'm surprised it's not on KuCoin. Yeah, but yeah, just you can use those support levels if you want to, but if you want to sell, just sell. And that depends on how much profit you've made, though, right? Maybe you're swing trading, maybe you're long term hold. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, you'll be fine in the short term. Let's see. Do you think Hero would take off with this new partner of Sony? Maybe. I don't. Let me know what the ticker is, and I might be able to look it up here, or maybe let me just see here. Hero Coin. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know. Possibly. If it's been following Bitcoin, I would say it's going to continue to follow Bitcoin, though. Luna's starting to come down a little bit more, too. Oh, that's a shame. Let's see. And the Voyager coin pays about 7% interest? Oh, yeah. Well, that's because it's the Voyager. Right? But heck, guys, yeah. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have those coins. The interest is nice. Remember, guys, if you go to a bank and you pop your money in there, you're going to be looking at about 0.01% interest. But for a lot of these coins, you're looking at about, you know, anywhere from 3% to 12%, depending on what broker you guys use. And on top of that, when it comes to coins, guys, you don't have to do like Voyager or BNB or Bitcoin or whatever. If you guys want good interest, you guys can just keep it in the USDC coin and you get like 10% interest yearly. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Banks hate it. You should love it. Right? Let's see. Cheers, everybody. Let's see. A meta hero? Okay, appreciate it. Let's see. Must not be a crypto then. Nope. It's okay. It must not be on TradingView then. That's what I'll probably say in it. Let's see. Meta Hero. There we go. Just not on TradingView. Oh, yowza. There's not many opportunities to buy it. Ooh, low. Yeah, you don't want to mess with those ones. Okay. Yeah, it's not on TradingView. Okay. And your question was again. Oh, I'm gonna take off with this new part. Sorry. Maybe a little bit, but I would not be in this play right now. I would have already sold out during the break. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty big breakdown. Yeah, this thing pumped up like crazy and it came back down. Where is it going to settle? Probably has a little bit more downside. Yeah, it may, but the fact that it sounds like you have some good news about Sony and it's still down about 24%, I would say the news is probably not going to have too much of an effect until after this thing cools down, and it looks like it may have to come down another 5 to 10% before it finishes the drop here. So I'd be cautious about this one. If you're going to be buying, you're going to be buying for a long-term hold and not really for a swing trade at this period of time, because it looks like it'll probably try to come down a little bit more, especially if Bitcoin is there to take another dip as well. Yeah, that has lost a lot. Whew. At least the volume's up to kind of... Those people are still interested in it. Yeah, should be fine right there. You're locked in at 20 cents? Oh, there you go. Okay, let's see. Wait for it. Okay. Alright. Let me put this right here. But overall, guys, the both markets are not looking so hot right now. So if we take a look over here to Bitcoin. Take off my headphones. Oh, yeah, let me see. There we go. Alright. Make sure that music's running. But basically, over the last few days, when was this? 4 days ago, you saw Bitcoin break down, which wasn't too good of a sign. Well, you know, Bitcoin breaking down here, and we're going to see how much further it wants to go down. But also, guys, for the stock markets as well, we did see about 3 days ago, we did see these are probably at the same time about how the Binance coins work out. But you saw both of these charts pretty much breaking down, guys. So just be aware of that the stock market is going to have a little bit of an impact on what we're looking at here. And until the stock market finds support, which at this point seems like it might happen in 2 or 3 more days, you know, Bitcoin may be going sideways or even down a little bit. And 2 more days for the stock market is Tuesday, which means we have another 4 days or so before we might see something crazy happening, where we might have a little bit of a boom there, right? Because at the moment, everything is going down. NASDAQ, S&P 500, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Yeah, hopefully it's able to get picked back up here, because that is not the funnest job to watch. Looks more like this, though, I guess you would say, right? So, still coming down. This is starting to build up speed, though. That's what I like about it. Here I miss, yeah, Phantom. Yeah, here it is right here. Just tried to break out again, got rejected not once, but once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6, 7 times in the 5-minute chart. Yeah, it tried. It really did try. But you also see how Bitcoin tried to break through its 200 on the 5-minute chart, and I wasn't able to break out, and that's probably what started this a little bit of a downtrend here for Phantom. Let me see right here. But as far as Phantom looks right now, it's not towards the all-time highs. It's starting to take a breather back down. So this run may be over for a little bit. So guys, just if you guys do own some of this, it's okay to start scaling out if you guys bought these lucky levels of you know, way down here at like at 15 cents, or if you manage to get down at like, you know, a penny or something like that. Those are some fantastic gains. And just as a side note, guys, when you guys do buy crypto, don't be afraid to buy crypto at these levels, like, you know, way down at a penny or whatnot. And sorry, if you guys do want to buy coins like that, just go to coinmarketcap.com or CoinGecko, whatever coin page you look at, and just go towards, you know, page 5 or whatnot. Just kind of keep scrolling back. You want something under $1 billion, preferably under $100 million market cap. And then that's where we're going to find coins that have the ability to go parabolic after you've bought them, right? It'll take time, but, you know, a few years for 10,000, 20,000, 40, 50,000% gains, and that's worth waiting for, right? That's definitely worth waiting for. What's right here? Wasn't there another coin right here that I wanted to see? No. Nomics, no. You know what? I thought I had one here. AgroCash. Yeah, AgroCash is down a lot too. I want to keep a track of this one here. Just for these smaller ones for sure. Ouch. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of those tiny, smaller coins losing a bunch of money right now because it's just only a few people taking out a bunch of cash. Let's see right here. Yeah, but for right now, Phantom really doesn't have any support that's anywhere close to this. So if you're looking for short-term support levels, you kind of have to hop onto the 4-hour chart or the 2-hour chart to really start looking at, maybe support here is at $1.12, or short a little bit sooner than that, maybe $1.25 or something like that, right? Even $1.42. So you can still hold on to it if you want to, but this is the time where you got to start, thinking about when you want to start getting out of this phantom trade here. For those that made some good money right here, right? Or for those that made some good swing trades, because there was a lot of little breakouts here that made a lot of people a lot of money. You just have to make sure you're playing the breakout only and not going swing on it, when it's already at this high. Let's see, Sol right here. Actually, yeah, let's go Sol. Sol's actually bouncing off supports here. Oh, Sol's pretty close to its level of resistance too, or its level of support. Hey Daniel, it's going to be the 7% is yearly, but you get a portion of that every month, so it pays out monthly, but it's a yearly interest. So if you held it for a year, it'd be 7% interest. But in reality, it's kind of a little bit more than that because you can build the interest on top of the interest, so it's compounding interest, which is kind of nice to see. Cheers. Let's see. Hey, Kane. Let's see. About 19 million Bitcoin have been mined. What's your thoughts about the 2.2 million left? I don't really have thoughts on like what's left. I just know when they're done being mined, I wonder what the price is going to do. I think the price is going to soar after the last Bitcoin is mined, so to speak, right? When that happens, I think that's when Bitcoin will really start to accelerate its growth, because you're going to have to buy it. You won't be able to mine it. You have to buy it, right? So I'll be pretty excited when that happens. It's going to be a while before it's all mined off, of course, but there's a lot of companies building up every day still to mine Bitcoin. There's a lot of Bitcoin to do, but it does take a little bit of time here. So, but I think once the last Bitcoin is mined, it will be looking pretty darn steady here. Well, there'll be a big jump, so to speak. Let's see. Yeah, no worry, Daniels. Hey, Algon Gains, do you think Dogecoin will dip to 19? What's that now? 25, 24, probably 24. I think it's definitely a possibility. Again, guys, Dogecoin has been like one of the weakest coins, and I'm all for Dogecoin and whatnot, but Dogecoin has been one of the weakest coins during this recovery. And maybe that's because there's not a hard limit on the coins, right? There's just unlimited amounts, which has been a little bit more of a pain than a little bit more of a pain than we want to deal with here. But since the all-time highs, it's up 50%. Or excuse me, the lows over here, not all-time highs. From the lows, it's up about 50%. I don't know what other coins are at right now, but you see something like Ethereum. From its low, it's up like 90%, right? Even with all the crashes and everything. So, I think because of that and how aggressive Dogecoin likes to fall when Bitcoin falls, I think it can definitely go down to 19 cents or so again. I don't want to see it go down that low again. If it does go down that low again, I think people will really start considering like, is it worth holding this through all this crapola? Maybe I should just buy it. If it decides to start rallying out of nowhere, I'll buy it. But until then, I'm going to be out of my position type of thinking, right? Well, you see Ethereum. Look at that, nice upward. Still had the down movement. Don't get me wrong, but it moved up. Matic creeped up. Bitcoin, boom, went up, right? ETC, up. Litecoin, up. XLM, up. Dogecoin, you see this like really weird up part, but then it just likes to bleed back down. It doesn't like to keep on going higher. And because of that, that type of pessimism that I'm kind of sharing with you guys, I think, yeah, it's totally reasonable to think that Dogecoin can go back down to 19 cents here, especially if it breaks this trend line here. If it breaks the trend line, Dogecoin can probably go back all the way down to what, hover around 20, if not fall down to 18 cents or so. So, yeah. You got to be careful about this one. Wait, so let me just check something here. So, something similar. Let's go XRP. XRP dipped about 18% that day. What did Dogecoin do? Dogecoin went about 17%, so not too far bad. Okay. So, the problem with Dogecoin is when Bitcoin's not moving, it's going down. So at least the drops themselves have not been too much of a big difference, at least on this day right here. But yeah, I think Dogecoin can definitely go down to 19 cents for sure. For sure. Like, as much as I like it, it can definitely go down that far. Let's see. What's Dogecoin doing on the 5? What's Dogecoin doing on the 15-minute chart? Not much. That support line doesn't do squat. Oh yes, this is the real support for Dogecoin right here. All right, let's see. Let's see. Hey Steve, can I check SLP coin? Yeah, I can check it out for you very fast. Smooth love portion. Let's see. Down 12%. Yowza, this thing is a bag holder's nightmare. This created so many bag holders. Look at this. It just you buy it any time and it just keeps going down. It's down 12% today. If you're gonna buy this, you want to take small bites out of this because this thing has not been doing anything here. Yeah, it's still going down. Wow. What it likes to spike, likes to spike. You're going to be buying for long-term holding for an additional spike here, guys. That's all you're going to be doing at the moment. Because besides that, this looks a little scary, right? So be careful if you're trying to buy into this. If you're going to try to buy into this, take small bites. That's going to be the way you succeed here. You're going to be buying like a $10 a week type of thing. Not going to be buying a big bulk amount at any given price. You want to be buying this in small steady amounts. Because this thing, yeah, I mean. Cool, had some highs, right? But ever since then, it just it just comes down and down and down. I got pit of despair, isn't it? Let's see. You guys can find it on KuCoin if you want, though. If you guys want to get into it, or Binance if you guys are outside the U.S. What does this do? What do they do? Earn by playing the Axie Infinity game? Oh, okay. Breeding coins, okay. I mean, I don't know. The fact that it's in the game is kind of cool, but at the same time, man, the price is just kind of like, why buy this at all? Yeah, if you want to buy it in small amounts over a period of time. Don't buy it all at once. That's what I would say for this one. Okay, Bitcoin trying to make a little bit of a move here. Is that going to help out Luna at all? Let's see. A little bit. FTM. Sol. Maybe that'll cause a little bit of a move right there. Let's see. Hey Daniel, VThor? Yeah, sure. Okay, it's not on CoinMarketCap, or it's on not on TradingView, so VThor. Down 9%, 3 months. What's it look like? It's on TradingView. Oh, it is. Oh, VThor, not VThor. Okay, all right, that makes sense. This looks exactly like Bitcoin's chart for now, so there's not going to be too much additional here. See, you have support down here. Pretty far away from support at the moment. Pretty far away from resistance at the moment, so let's see. Let me see what I can find here. 20. $50. 200. Yeah. Let's see. This one looks like it wants to come down a little bit more, just like Bitcoin does. If you want to buy into it, maybe if it's able to hang above the 50-day moving average here. But until then, I'd kind of hold off onto it. Wait till it breaks out. I think we're gonna have to wait a little bit, guys, until we have this nice breakout. Like if you guys look at all of these coins here. Let me go to the day chart. You guys will see a lot of coins have this same type of pattern here, right? And in fact, I might be able to do something that's different here for. Some of this, we have a whole bunch of pennants, right? Whole bunch of pennants, one way or the other. Matic has one, and I think give it a couple weeks, guys. I think at the end of that's when you might see that big boom where we start to rocket off again, and that's just because we need to consolidate a little bit more after having a crazy run with Bitcoin going up 80% in a few weeks, right? But I think that's what we're looking for. I think you might see altcoins blow up a few days before Bitcoin, but that's going to be a good sign for Bitcoin to take another leg up if you do start to see altcoins not breaking down here, but breaking up out of here, right? Now, in order for that to happen, of course, Bitcoin itself, let me go back over this Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin's going to have to be able to stay above this line right here. Have to be able to stay above it. For now, let me just get rid of all of these lines. We don't need a lot of this stuff. Seems so crowded. Do we need the dynamic factor? I don't think we need this here, so hold on. There we go. We're going to be able to hold above this line. Will we be able to? I don't know. This looks a lot closer to its line than a lot of other altcoins at the moment, so just be aware of that right now, guys. I can take this line off since we already broke down it before. There we go. But that's what we're really watching now. Can we hold? Or over the next few days, can Bitcoin bounce, cause altcoins to have a little bit of bounce itself, and then they can just kind of hold it out a little bit as Bitcoin tries to grind up and grind up and grind up here. I'm hoping that's going to be the case. But of course, just let's see how this support holds up. It's a short-term support. We only have 2 points of contact. 1, 2. Meanwhile, for the other one that we had a few minutes ago, we had multiple points of contact. Right? 1, 2, 3, then the 4 when it broke down. So just be careful with all of your altcoins, frankly, unless it's doing something on its own like a Luna or a Sol or a Phantom, right? There we go. All right, perfect. Let me hop on Luna, I guess, one more time. No, they're both breaking down here. Anything actually moving? Let me see right here. To SRM. This one will be kind of fun to watch. Want to see how this holds up. All right, there we go. Hey, I'm Tick Miami. Hey, Mike, chill show tonight. Have a great night. I'm going to bed. Just picked up more Doge at $23.99. Hey, there you go. Just make sure it's a nibble, but you'll be fine, my man. In the long run, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. I just wonder how low Dogecoin's going to go, especially with Bitcoin possibly dipping over the next couple days. But have a very good night, my man. I'm hoping Dogecoin has a nice little pop here for you. And just make sure to sell on that pop and then buy back once the pop dies back down for sure. Have a very, very good night. Cheers, my man. Ooh, there we go. Let's see. Hey, Ken, do I think the dog coins are still worth investing in? Yeah, definitely, yeah. Let's see. Hey Steven, I'm not buying anything right now. That's my answer. I'm not buying anything at the moment. I'm just waiting. I know waiting is very boring, but waiting saves me money basically, right? Um, Uptick Miami's holding for a swing trade or a little bit longer, but what do you call it? But yeah, I'm not buying anything, my man. If you want to buy something, you got to follow the momentum. So you can go to coinmarketcap.com, go for what's moving in the last few hours, and you might be able to hop on for a short-term ride. But for now, I'm not buying anything until I see Bitcoin kind of stabilize a little bit more. I made a lot of money on these run-ups. A lot of these coins we had, we were nibbling all through these zones, buying some, a lot, a little bit, depending on how much money you guys had. I bought quite a bit, and well, let me see. Like my what's something I bought a lot of? Like my BitTorrent. I bought a bunch of BitTorrent with an average of about 0.002 down here. That's right here. Limit order hit. I was pretty happy with it. That BitTorrent is now up about 93%, right? It was up a total of at one point 166%. But I'm holding. This is my long-term play, right? Things like let's see, Ethereum Classic I bought down here. I missed this spot, but I bought around here about 46. Now where was I buying? Support. Yeah, about 38. That was up 85%. Now it's 35, but I sold closer to right here when it first started breaking down for 68% profits, right? Now it's an okay time just to wait, guys. It's an okay time just to wait. Let me go right here as well. See what Sol is doing. Oh, wait, nope, Bitcoin. There we go. Yeah, I want to see how this SRM plays out. Let's see. Hey, Ken, how do you know when to sell before the market goes down? Let's see. Here we go. Hey, Edric, I'll look at it in the morning for sure. I don't usually look at my Instagram all too much, but I'll look at it tomorrow morning. I'll be posting more since I'm gonna get dog here, obviously. How I know, how I sell before stuff goes down is a few different things. What's the fastest way to do this? Let's use a different Bitcoin chart to make sure everything's kind of clean. Coinbase. Let's hide the moving averages for now. Okay, so all you have right here is a blank canvas. Let me hide this right here. Okay, blank canvas. All you see is the Bitcoin chart. All-time highs, where we are now, right? So this comes back to if you guys know how to draw trend lines. Trend lines, what you're going to be looking at is the troughs. Lows, right? Lows is what most people will call them. I call them troughs and peaks. People call them highs and lows, right? So let's say that Bitcoin started moving off here, and I'm thinking about selling. Hey, when should I start selling around here or here, right? So what I do is I draw a low from a line from this low point to this low point, right? I keep on moving that over. You get to that low point also, right? So I draw this line probably, like when I actually draw this line to start looking at it, I'm using this right here. I'm using, I do it on this day. Not back here because I don't know the future. Not over here because there's no point in me doing it. But right here after I see the low point, I draw the line right here to kind of see where we might be going. Or what I do is I draw the line, usually how you guys will probably do this is, you guys see there's a low point right here and a low point right here. So you're drawing from low point to low point. Well, originally, you guys might have this low point be something like this, right? Because you saw it tap down. You don't know where it's going to go from here, but you know this line is still valid. And since it keeps on going up and up and up, you simply extend it, right? Simply extend it because you see it going higher and higher. And you see that the trend is still holding, right? So, low, low. And you see what happened here? The price of Bitcoin went down. It bounced off of it right here. And that was a support level, which meant this was a little bit stronger. And it was okay, right? And then what did we do? We hit a little bit of a ceiling here, and then we went down. And you see where I started to sell my crypto was when we broke this trend. We broke the trend right here. I sold some, and you can see the next day it actually went up, right? The next day it actually went booming back up to try to go back up there. But I didn't buy back in because I was like, it still broke down. I don't feel comfortable with it. And, and what was significant about this, it ended a 36-day rally. 36-day rally of moving up pretty strong, right? And once that rally was ended, that uptrend was now over. Now you're looking at either a still an uptrend that's not as aggressive, or you're going to be looking at a sideways trend or a downward trend, right? Now, you can see low to low to low. Now, do you see any other lows here, right? Another low that you might be able to see is this one right here. Teeny one it is, it's another low. So what you can do also is, instead of putting the line here, because once we see this breakdown, you don't really need the line anymore. You can move it around, you can delete it, whatever you want to do, right? Now, since but I only sold 25% of my crypto here because I wanted to see if it would continue to go up. Because sometimes it just breaks down for a little bit of time. You need to take a little bit of a break, and then it'll roar back up later on, right? An example of that was right here. See how it kind of came down a little bit, but then it kept on roaring up? There was a trend right here, if you guys were using these. Pretty aggressive trend. Tap, 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 right? Went down through it, but it didn't close below it, right? It finally closed right here. You could have sold on that breakdown right here. Then you could have bought back down over here as it started to save itself a little bit. You could have been using a few different things. There's probably some type of support there or moving average that could have given you some help. Let's see, what did it stop there for? Anything significant? No. But my point is, you could have stopped yourself from losing money if you sold right here and then bought back more coins either here, if you kept on going down here, right, and continue the trend up. So you could have made some money right there. But now, since I only sold 25% of my coins right there, I sold 50% of my coins going off of this low right here, right? Now you can see it's still an uptrend. It's just not as aggressive as it once was because it kind of went sideways for a little bit. So I would draw this trend line on this day or this day after it's kind of been settled that, hey, we're not going to go down below the trend line, right? So from there, you see it bounced up again and again and again, came down pretty hard, and I sold right there because on the day chart, this is a pretty long-term trend. You know, why am I going to hold it if it looks like we're going to go down even more? So sold it. If you guys wanted to look at something a little bit shorter term, you guys can see within this line itself from on that tap, there was another trend line in here, right? There's so many trend lines in here, guys. It's not even funny, but there was a trend line right here. It got broken down. Didn't really do much though, because it's a 4-hour chart. They're a little bit different. A trend line on a day chart is much more powerful than a trend line on a 4-hour chart, than a 3-hour chart, than a 2-hour chart, than a 1-hour chart, etc. Right, guys? But if you guys were looking right here, you guys can see tap right there, and you see how it kind of stopped right there, then it went back up, and then it kept on going down, right? That trend line was a little bit of support. It wasn't enough support, but it was a little bit there to help you out. But you could have also sold right there, right? That's kind of how you use trend lines for kind of knowing when to sell. On the flip side, a lot of times you can use trend lines to know when to buy. I won't get into that too much, but you're going to be looking to break through levels of resistance. Somewhat like, I'm on this Bitcoin chart. Let me just go back to normal Bitcoin here. And you can see how we're getting closer to breaking down below another Bitcoin trend right there, right? But if you go over here to, I'll show you not on crypto, but with Apple, because I know Apple is pretty simple. All right, here's Apple right here. You can see I had some a trend line going from the high here to the high here that kept on going, right? I drew that trend line on the day I saw this, right? As soon as I saw it, I drew the trend line. Same right here. There's a line right here. You just can't really see it because it's very thin. There you go. This blue line right here, right? Another trend. Well, consolidating. When I buy on the breakout, right? We broke out. I bought. You saw it went down for a couple days, but I'm a big option trader, so I trade options. And you saw after it broke out, it had 3 days of cooling off, and then boom, went up. And I made a bunch of money on that. I think I don't know. I know I have pictures of this type of stuff every once in a while because I share it with you guys when I do it. Nope, those were Starbucks calls I bought just to kind of show you guys. Somebody recommended Starbucks in the channel. I was like, oh, this is great. Let's do it, guys. I'll tag along with you guys. And we made like 500% in one day. It was pretty fun. Yeah, here you go. Apple calls. And this Apple call right here, this was for when this was happening right here, right? So I usually like to play the breakouts. Another good example that you might like, because it is crypto here, before we go back to answering questions and whatnot. Okay. So the main breakout with Sol, everybody's talking about like, ooh, we're all the way up here. But the real time to be buying was on key breakout levels, right? When it breaks a certain level of resistance, there's a high, you can draw a horizontal line. When we broke that one and we were staying above the trend line, right? And you see how my trend line kind of ends off here, but the price is way over here. The real level of support is way down, way down here. But that's fine for now. But you see, it popped up. You could have bought on this breakout. You could have held it until, when you go to all-time highs, it's a little bit different, but you could have held on until you felt like you made enough money, or until it started to slow down a little bit, right? So you could have bought right here, sold somewhere around here, or if you got lucky up at the high, right? But as soon as you saw another level of resistance right here, now you got to wait for it to break above that line before you buy back in again. And then what happened? When you have the momentum on your side, you buy, could have held for a while, made a lot of money, cooled off a little bit. You buy next time on the breakout, right? Cool off a little bit. You have 1 point here, 1 point here. I would use this point, but in reality, no part of the day candles actually held above it, right? But you see, the next point Sol needs to break out of is about 198 to hold on the day chart, and then it should do fine. But you're looking right now, Sol is actually running out of time as far as its trend line is concerned. Although what I can do here is actually just draw it to the wick right there. So you're seeing at the moment, this is what Sol looks like as far as resistance. If I kind of remove all the fluff out of it. Oop, no, I don't want to take away the 50 moving average. There you go. And now you see it needs to break out above 214, maybe a little bit higher, to really go parabolic. But short term, it just needs to break above 197 to just get back up to that 217 level. And that's a profit within itself, right? If you buy when it breaks it above this, then you're just heading into resistance, but that resistance is still 10% away. So that's 10% right there. But yeah, that's how I usually draw trend lines. There's a lot more stuff you can do as far as trend lines, because there's horizontal lines, angled lines like that one. You can see how the different patterns they make, right? You can see how this is the long-term pattern, like the long-term trend for Sol. But short-term, we have this freaking aggressive line, super aggressive line, right? That most people won't. Most people don't trust these aggressive lines, because once it breaks that aggressive line, they usually tend to tumble, because the line is just so aggressive. Let's see right here, and let's go back to Luna for now. And you see Luna right now, right? Is Luna at all-time highs or not? Yeah, Luna's at all-time highs as well. And you see how it broke out, could have bought the breakout, could have sold anywhere up here. You don't have to get all the way to the top, right? Maybe you just sold for 10%, maybe you sold for 15%, maybe because you can get 20%, right? But now we're waiting for Luna. Waiting for the next one right here, right? Just waiting. And you'll see sometimes, and this is a good point for you guys on, not every single time will this work out. You saw Luna broke out right here, broke out. Nice clean breakout. Look at what happened. It went up a little bit and it came back down. Then it started to boom. But not every time will it work out perfectly, okay, guys? When it doesn't work out, you can just sell, take a small loss instead of holding for a larger loss, right? Because the longer you hold, the more likely you're going to sell right here. And like when you're thinking about your mindset, most of you guys that are new traders, you guys will normally sell around here or here instead of just selling right here, only to watch it boost up later on. Then you're like, what the heck, right? And you get mad at the world and say trading is unfair, whatever. When in reality, you should have sold right here, and the next time it broke out, you could have given it a second chance if you wanted to, right? But on that attempt, maybe by the time it fails, maybe you move that line up to really here before you feel comfortable buying back into it again, right? So it's all up to you about how you want to play these types of charts that are really booming as far as crypto. The good thing though is you can trade these whenever you want to, because crypto is 24/7, unlike the stock market, right? Apple, I have to wait every single day to see what my options are doing. They get refreshed in the morning. But with crypto, I can just look at it left and right. And I'm like, oh, okay, so things are moving. I can keep this on. I can watch Netflix on my laptop while just looking at a chart right here, and everything will be fine. Or I can look at a chart like there. It doesn't matter. I have the ability to multitask when I'm doing crypto. With stocks, it's just not 24/7, which makes a little bit of a hindrance. It does have its benefits though, right? Bitcoin back to the 5 auto. Let's see where this bad boy's going. You know, on Bitcoin right now, we're really close to that trend line. So, you know, if we do break down, that would not be a good sign. Let's see. Yeah, Dogecoin will pop once it breaks out of its pennant, but that may take a couple weeks from now if Bitcoin is able to stabilize. If Bitcoin does not stabilize, Dogecoin will take a large dip as well with a lot of other altcoins, so just be aware of that as well. Let's see. Heck, we don't know if Dogecoin's going up tomorrow. Guys, we have no idea if Dogecoin's going up tomorrow. Just we're waiting to see if Bitcoin's going to fall down below support here and have another big dump. If it falls down below this, probably not going to be a good day. So we're waiting to see. We don't want it to be anywhere near here. We want Bitcoin to be all the way up here looking to break out. Right now, this is a break down, right? We're close to breaking down. We don't want to break down, right? This is we want to break out. The first step of breaking out is to get back above this 47,597 line. What is that even from? Oh, that's when you broke out before? No, when is that line from? Probably from a 4-hour chart, not a 5-minute chart. But yeah, my point is, we're kind of at the bad end of where Bitcoin needs to be. We need to be up here if you guys are thinking about buying any altcoins or anything like that, right? Unless you guys are looking for... the only reason you'd be buying altcoins right now is since we are at a level of support, maybe we're going to bounce off of that level of support and go up a little bit, which will let altcoins get a little bit of... make you a little bit of money in the short term. But that would be maybe a 1-2 day hold max, not a week hold or anything like that if you're buying right now. Just because we don't know if Bitcoin's going to continue to tumble down, or if we're just going to play the bounce and hope that Bitcoin goes up, right? But if you guys play the bounce, most of you guys should be buying a little bit closer down here when you're buying the altcoins, because the altcoins will be looking at a lot better price action. Like maybe XRP here. XRP is not even by its line, though. Okay. So at this point in time was the same point in time as here. So what you guys have to do, because Bitcoin controls everything in the market, you guys have to be able to look at Bitcoin and say, hey, I'm buying right here. I'm buying XRP because of what I see on Bitcoin's chart. It's a weird concept to think about, but when you're trading a lot of these coins, you have to be buying them at the same time you're looking at Bitcoin's chart, right? So if you bought that little, that little tap right here, or you can take this tap right here if you want to get like really close to the line, right? Let's say you buy the tap, you probably won't get the lowest price, but you still got somewhere over here, right? Not the lowest, but let's just say you got $1.03, right? You could have ridden that up. Oh my God, there's a freaking fly here, and I'm gonna kill it. Okay, in a second. So let's say you rode it up for like, I don't know how long this is, like a couple hours, right? Those couple hours could have netted you, 4 hours could have netted you about 3.5%, minus maybe the fees. You're looking at about 3% gain for about 4 hours. That's not really bad when you consider how crypto works for holding for such a short amount of time. Also, you see a W pattern right here, close to what we would call a double bottom, right? When you do a double bottom or a W, I call them W's because double bottoms are a little bit different than W's. Let me take a sip of wine here, guys. Cheers. When you play a W play here with a pattern, you're going to be buying either on the double bottom right here, right at the support, and this is without looking at Bitcoin's chart. You're going to play this right here because you see the W is also somewhere in here in Bitcoin. And then as soon as this price right over here passes this midpoint right here in the W, like think of a W like this, where my middle fingers are right here, or my pointer fingers are, right? That's when you buy, and usually the trend will continue, and then you could have made 2%, right? But if you're trading off of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin controls everything in the market right now, right? You guys all know this. You go off of there, you would have made much more profit, right? Much more profit. Not a crazy amount, but enough where you're like, okay, that's worth it, right? That extra profit makes it worth the actual trade. Are you guys going to be watching the chart for 4 hours for 2%? Most likely not, but for 3-4%, most of you guys will as soon as you guys start making enough money to keep on making money in the markets, right? And then you'd be out of your trade and you would just wait for another opportunity. Just wait for another opportunity, but the Bitcoin chart would tell you when to buy, not specifically the XRP chart or whatever chart you were looking to trade off of, okay? Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, right now, pretty darn close to this trend line here. We don't want to break down below that one. And I think on my other let me go to my email account. Starred. Oh, bubble. Actually, hold on a second here. I don't actually know what server is the right one, so let me go here to Seattle. This is the right O bubble. And I think after I'm done streaming here later on tonight, guys, you guys will be moved over to the other stream so you guys can watch that key moment in case something really bad does happen. You guys will know, that, hey, we're breaking down technically, right? Now let me do this very quick. This is all running fine. This is a Canadian server that I'm hooked up to. Let me move this right here. So what I'll do for this one is I'll go to the day chart. And you see how the white line is still there? Right here. So when you guys get moved over to the other chart later on, you guys will be able to talk and ask each other questions. So a lot of you guys know a lot of the information you guys are asking me right now. And so you guys will be able to see, hey, if anything bad goes on, you guys will be there to kind of watch and see how everything kind of performs. If you go over here to the 15-minute chart, I've kind of made this other chart a little bit special for you guys. You'll see that we broke down a while ago, and that breakdown would have been an okay price to sell because look at that, boom, 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 came back down even more, right? Now we're kind of in this downtrend where we're looking like we're going down here like this, okay? What I'll do for you guys, I don't know if it'll actually show up or not. I can make an alert, add an alert on the trend line. Bitcoin, if we're crossing down once, maybe I'll do notify on app. No, it should give you a little buzzer right here on the alerts page. Let me go here. You see how another one a while ago passed below the moving average. Let's see. I want to delete this alert. Stop it. Triggered. Yeah. Right here. Okay. There we go. Put it back on the 5-minute chart. Auto. There we go. There we go. All right. Then I'm just going to pop these back up here. Then I'm going to hop off of this one. And everything is rolling. Ethereum Classic, make a move. Yes, you good, 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 good. And I will cut off the Canadian server now. There we go. Okay. But yeah, so later on you guys will be able to watch the same thing if you guys did want to take a peek at it. Hey, Alpha, got to run and get my girl some milk. She ate the spicy Paki one chip. Have a good night. Hey, have a very good night, Alpha. I appreciate it a lot. Have a very, very good night. Oh, man, the spicy chips, you got to be very careful about how you approach those ones. Have a very, very good night, Alpha. Let's see. Hey, what Doge? Yeah, take your time. It takes a long time to become learn all this stuff about options and whatnot. But yeah, just take your time, learn how to draw your trend lines and support and resistance, and see how it performs, and you'll be fine. Let's see. Hey, Edric, I just use TradingView right now. If you guys are looking for like what I use for trading, sometimes I use a whole bunch of different platforms like Voyager app, Coinbase, Bidget, stuff like that, right? So I'll make a video about it next week for you guys, or the week after, since I'll be at a wedding next week. Hey, Victor, thoughts on BitTorrent? Let's see. So as far as BitTorrent, it's going to be the same as every other coin I'm looking at right now that we've been talking about. I didn't sell my BitTorrent because most of my BitTorrent is pretty much long positions. I sold 1.5 million coins a few weeks ago. Again, on that breakdown that we saw right here. Right here. Yeah. See that tap right there? On this breakdown right here, I sold a bunch of coins. Not a bunch. And I'm looking to buy back into some of those coins here over the next few days. Tomorrow, if everything looks okay, I think I'm going to buy another 500,000 coins. And then over the next few days, I'm going to buy back another 1 million coins. Only thing I'll tell you guys about BitTorrent, though, my approach to BitTorrent is I think it's going to go fine over the long run, right? I think it's going to make me a lot of money. But when I sell my coins right here, this is not for profit. I'm looking to get cash on my side so I can buy more coins. So over time, I'm just getting more and more and more coins, right? That's how I play some of my longer term positions. On my swing trades, I buy low, sell high, put that money in my bank account, and walk away a happy guy, right? When it comes to BitTorrent and some of my other long plays, I'm much more inclined to sell high, buy more coins lower, sell high, buy more coins lower. But at the moment, BitTorrent, it looks like it has to break above the 50-day moving average, or it's going to come down a little bit more, just like what you see with Ethereum, right? Ethereum's looking like it's going to come down a little bit more. Dogecoin looks like it wants to come down a little bit more, except for instead of the 50, it's the 200, and everything like that. So at this moment in time, BitTorrent just looks okay, but if Bitcoin does take this little bit of a dip, since Bitcoin is so much closer to its trend line here, let me just draw this for you guys since it's not there. Since Bitcoin is so close to its trend line, if this takes a dip, BitTorrent will take a dip as well. So if you're trying to save yourself some money, or if you're just swing trading BitTorrent instead of long-term holding it, you can definitely think about selling it and just saving yourself some money, right? Because what might happen is if Bitcoin takes a dip, you might see a lot of these altcoins take a dip of about 15%, 20% plus. And then if it does hold this support line, you maybe actually just be able to buy it back the BitTorrent for like a nice 16, 17, maybe 14% discount. So that might be how you want to play it. But again, BitTorrent could easily just start popping back off if Bitcoin is able to hold and still move up higher, right? Because at the moment, this is without all the extra technical analysis and all that other type of stuff. This is what you're looking at for Bitcoin right here. This is it. You want it to stay within this pennant, keep chugging along. Now we're at the low point of the pennant. This is a dangerous spot to be in, but we want to be. We still have the opportunity to really bounce off and then keep on going, right? But we need to stay. Bitcoin needs to stay above this line for BitTorrent, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, all of them to have a good chance of still moving up here overall, right, guys? Let's see right here. And what is this right here? Let's see. Yeah, Luna's still looking okay for now. But yeah, for now, guys, got to be patient about Bitcoin and just wait it out. Let's see. Hey, Dirt, Bitcoin confirmed there will be burning coins in the future. Ooh, that's nice to see right there. That'll help out the price for sure. Very much help out the price for sure. Let's see. Hey, Alpha. Let's see. Oh, no. Hey, the Diamond Life. God bless her. Her fam. Oh, geez. What do you call it? Got to be careful about how you eat those spicy chips. My thing is, why didn't you have the milk there before you had the spicy chips? Always have to have always have to be prepared for some crazy times. Let's see. And I got another 23 minutes with you guys, so just a heads up for that one. Let's see right here. Pour some more wine. Another generous serve. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's much more tight before it has time to aerate. But yeah, so guys, like, I should have had one of my make or break thumbnails on this video, because really, guys, this is another opportunity where we want to stay above this line. Now, what I can do for Bitcoin here, since it is a little, let's go to the 30-minute chart here. Since you see, I didn't point it up exactly right. Maybe something more like that. Is that? Let me go to the 5-minute chart. Does that look a little bit nicer? It's a little bit below, but it's close enough when you look at it. So, fall below, hopefully we're able to bounce up. And guys, I want to make this, even though we're kind of in this dangerous little spot here, we still are at support. And support usually means we bounce off of support, right? So hopefully that bouncing off of support will help us out a little bit short-term wise. But for now, all I want to see us get above is this. I want to see us get above 47,597. That's what I want to see us get above. If we can get above that, I'll be very happy, very happy. If we're not able to get above that, we're going to take another leg down, possibly down to 43,000, 42,000. And then we're going to have probably another big battle between the whales going at it, right? But you can see we broke down here from tonight. This was a short-term pennant that we had. I could have easily just drawn this pennant just like this, but since you see how small I make my chart, so I can show you guys two things. You guys actually didn't even need this. What you guys would have been just watching is this right here, right? Tap, 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 breakdown, time to sell, and you see what happens after you sell. goes down, right? And then you have a better opportunity to buy coins down here closer to support where things tend to bounce back up, right? So that's how I play stuff like this a lot. I don't mind buying at these crazy times when everybody's panicking and whatnot. Or, you know what I mean. Sometimes it's harder to find when to buy than when to sell. Technically, in my opinion, most of you guys will have a much harder time finding out where the best time to buy is rather than sell, just because most of you guys, when you're making money, you can sell whenever, right? Like, let's say I bought right here, or let's say I don't even know what would have caused me to buy down this low. Really, it would have been support somewhere from a while ago. That's why that you can't see on the screen. It would have been support. Yeah, it would have been support right around here. That's what have gotten me to buy. I would have only made on Bitcoin about 5% for holding for about a day. Altcoins you would have made about 15 to 20%, right? And then as soon as it dropped, you would just sell. You might take a 15% profit, and that'd have been it. You wouldn't have gotten back in until it hits support again, right? You got to do that over and over and over again. You don't have to do that every day. If you guys want to practice this strategy, something I'd recommend is if you guys go over to Webull coins, let me see. I want to see what coins Webull has. So they have Dogecoin, Sheeb, ADA. ADA would be a good one, and XLM might be a decent one, and those might be the only two I'd say. But Webull has the ability for you guys to do paper trading. Paper trading means you guys are trading with fake money. A good example of this is that I know most of you guys probably don't trade stocks or options or anything like that, since we're all crypto guys here. I love trading options. Options makes me big money. I enjoy it quite a bit. Well, hold on a second. It'll okay, there we go. Okay. You see, when I log into Thinkorswim here, I do live trading and I do paper trading, right? Live trading is when I'm actually trying to make money. I'm more serious, right? Paper trading is when I'm looking to try a YOLO play and see, I wonder how this will work out. I'm going to trade the way I normally trade on my live account. But if I want to do something a little weird, like I really wonder what's happening here. What would happen if I really do this? I go paper trading, and then I'm just trading with fake money. And that way I don't have to worry about losing any of the money to test that theory out, right? And then when you guys hop onto paper money, hold on a second here, do I even, let's see. It might ask me to do the two-factor authentication, which I don't really want to do. No, it's not gonna, okay, that's fine. Okay. So right now I'm logging into a paper trading account for TD Ameritrade. I can set up all the money. I can set up everything I want to. You can see it says delayed data, simulated trading, right? Delayed data. If I was on my main screen, you wouldn't see any of this type of stuff, right? I could watch live news channels on here if I wanted to. I could watch CNBC while it's live, right? Look at, I could watch while I'm trading. This is of course stocks, right? You can see I was doing some theories for AMC, right? I don't like to trade meme stocks because they're a little too volatile. I just don't like to do that, right? But I was telling you guys about a little bit earlier that I bought some on this breakout here just to kind of see what would happen. But I did it on paper trading, right? I was pretty clear about that. But if I kind of go over here and I add a drawing and I just draw a, what do I want to do? Regression line or just, let's just do a trend line for now. In order for AMC to have a really good time, it had to break out above this $50 level right here, right? And now, I'll just zoom in here. See how it just broke out today? That was a good sign for AMC going into next week. Just like this breakout was a good sign for AMC last week, right? And then what did I do on that breakout? I ended up buying a few things, right? I had some Tesla calls. This is a test because Tesla burned me a couple times before. I'm not buying any more Tesla. I'm doing a YOLO play on it. CTRM, that's a YOLO play. You don't have to worry about that one. It's matching one of my YOLO plays that I actually have on my other account. But you see AMC, since I made this day trade here, again, this is a fake trade, right? Paper trade. Because I made this paper trade, right? I bought it about $40. It's about, I've made about $5,000 in profit if I were to actually do the trade that I was thinking about. Now, do I have regrets about not making that trade? A little bit, but I really don't care because this was just me testing at a theory about something I normally don't do, right? It was more because you guys were asking me and I wanted to keep track of the prices. But if you guys would have just put, bought 500 at 40 bucks, you'd be up about $5,000 right now, a little over $5,000. But you see $40 was right around here. So, right? And so that was on the day of the breakout. Looked like everything was strong. Buy, went up. I could have sold right here for fast, but now you let the breakout occur. You just let it go. Now, not every breakout looks like that. There's tons of examples where stuff goes up and it just comes back down, and the breakout never occurs because of market conditions or some bad news comes out, like Apple. I can exit out of this right now. You guys don't need to watch the TD Ameritrade network. You can also put CNBC and other news organizations there as well, though. But when you're looking at stuff like what chart? Where's my chart? There you go. When you look at stuff like Apple, guys. No Apple Coin, just Apple. You'll see what happened with Apple was a couple things here. Let me go to the day chart. You'll see it was in this. Ascending pattern, right? It just broke down today because of the bad news with the court decision, right? But there was actually another breakout play here. The other breakout play that you guys were looking at is right here, right? Look at the trend line. It broke out. A couple days of not doing much, but then it started to move. But then what happened afterwards? The market started to turn sour because of inflation, the bad job numbers, COVID still on the rise. And what did that do? It took it down a little bit. And then with the bad news today, it killed the whole breakdown. Killed the whole breakout, right? Now we have a breakdown where you'd want to be buying puts and whatnot. Just to be aware, you could have made money on that, don't get me wrong, but most people like to hold on for a while to their options like I do, like when I made a bunch of money right here, right? Held on, look at that, boom, right? And because of that, you can see how the breakout didn't occur, and a lot of people lost money because of that bad news coming out of the market today. Same thing when it comes to Tesla. Okay, this is not my Tesla chart. Oh, that's in the wrong chart, okay. Tesla right here, as Luna, Luna might break out here later on tonight. We're looking at Tesla, guys. Look how many breakdowns Tesla's had where you've been able to trade it, right? Now, there's a whole bunch over here. I started my YouTube channel kind of, earlier in the year, right? Breakout, money. Consolidation, right? Breakout, money, right? And there are false breakouts within this breakout, right? Look at this. See this line right here? It broke out. You could have made some money, but if you held on too long, it crashed back down, right? And then right there. So breakout went nice, kept on going up, right? Consolidation. But you see, as soon as it broke down below this, you buy puts, you make money on the way down. Broke out, same thing. Breakout, could have made a little bit of money, but over time, it didn't really do much. And you kind of just rinse and repeat, guys. Trading doesn't have to be that hard. You just have to be willing to wait for those key moments to show up on your screen, right? If you're buying without a key breakout or a pattern, it's normally a pattern, then you're going to have a lot more trouble, and you're going to be losing money left and right? You'll even see right here, buy on the breakout. There's another breakout. It didn't do much, a whole lot, but if you just bought shares of stock, right, you could have banked about 43 bucks a share, or about 6%. Or if you held it for a shorter term, about 2%, 17 bucks per share. Depending on what you're looking at, right? And one of the reasons that I bought Tesla using the paper money was because I got burned a couple times ago from there was another breakout that happened. I don't remember when it was. A few weeks ago, and it burned me. So I was like, I'm gonna be more patient with Tesla here, because overall you have to use your kind of mind and see what's the entire market doing right now. Before I stop my rant and I go back to crypto here, go to watch list. What's happening in the market right now? The Dow Jones just broke down out of its trend line, right? It just broke down. Look at that. Boom. Going down ever since. SPY. This isn't the right SPY one. Why does it do this? Let's go to the day. Will it fix itself if I go to the day? It fixed itself. Okay. You see the daily SPY about to break down, possibly hit the 50. Hopefully that 50 is a saving grace for it. If not, coming down even more, right? NASDAQ. Not breaking down. Oh, there's no line on the NASDAQ. Okay, whatever. But you see it's also coming down here as well because it looked a little heavy. And we knew that it was going to come down eventually because of how strong the Dow was coming down, right? One index doesn't just fall down without bringing the other two indexes down with it, right? Even the Russell and everything like that's going down. But you guys get my point. These trend lines that you guys use, they're going to help you create tons of patterns. And the patterns as new traders are what you guys need to understand most of all. Like, you guys need to memorize this stuff before you really start doing much else. Let's see. Here's might be a decent one right here. Here you go. Oh, it's all kind of blurry. Will it not be blurry if I just let it sit for a second? No, it's just a blurry picture. Oh, God, I don't use Facebook. Stock patterns trading. See if I can get you a good one. I thought I had one saved for you guys, but I don't know what I did with it. Cancel out pattern sheet. Sorry, I just bit my tongue. Oh, here we go. This one. This one's for Forex, but it's the same thing. It's patterns like this. Open a new tab. There you go. Symmetrical triangle, ascending triangle, inverse head and shoulders, right? A whole bunch of stuff that you guys can use to learn how to trade. You guys should all understand these patterns because you guys see them every day, whether you know them or not. Like, we can go over here to... let me just go back to, before I do anything, let me just go back to Luna. Let me put this back on the 5-minute chart, let it kind of chill out for a little bit. But we can go back over here to Bitcoin. Go back to the second chart, guys, and just go auto. And you'd be surprised how, I took off the moving averages, didn't I? Moving average is another big indicator that you guys will need to know, but that's a lot simpler of an indicator here. But you'd be surprised, even on the second charts, you guys will see patterns occur, right? Like, for instance, let me stop it from moving here. Here. Right? See a similar pattern to what we want from a couple of coins at the moment, right? Now the looks like this line may be a little bit higher up here, but you guys will see my point in a second. Let's see. We'll wait it out a couple seconds. Oh, there we go. Cheers, everybody. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Can we look at Sol and or LT? We looked at Sol a little bit ago. You can just rewind the channel. But Sol's not doing anything special. It's just kind of consolidating right now. Litecoin is doing the same. All the charts look pretty much the same at this moment besides Sol, because Sol's kind of boomed over the last few days. You guys see that right there? Hit that blue line, tapped, bounced off. See that? You can trade that if you're a scalper, if you're the scalping type, and you can make a quick buck like that. Just like that, right? You trust the technicals, you see tap, tap, you extend the line, what happened? It tapped. And this is only the second chart, right? If it was a 5-hour chart or a 4-hour chart or a daily chart, it's much more of a powerful force to keep the price from moving up, right? And that's the type of stuff you see. It tapped again. But what happened? It just started breaking down now. So now we have to wait to see what happens. Now this is a second chart, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen afterwards, but you'll see how it tapped and see how it's breaking down. Now we'll get to see what happens. And remember, guys, if we break down out of a trend, that doesn't mean we're going straight down. It just means that trend that we were looking at is over. That specific trend is over. Now that means we're either going to go sideways or down or another variation of up. Right now you're seeing, look at this. You sell right there as it broke down and you saved yourself some money. And you can see this on the second chart. If you guys ever want to practice seeing patterns, I recommend using the second chart, the 1-minute chart, the 3-minute chart, and the 5-minute chart, because you can see a lot of stuff in a short amount of time. And time, like as time flows on, you don't have to wait an hour for every candle bar to slow down, right? And then then you can maybe look to buy back down if it went down here. Now I wouldn't recommend doing that right now, but like if it came down here, maybe this is a level of support where you can look to buy back into it, right? But you guys get it, right? And you can see all that second by second by second. You can see how even second by second, the algorithms that trade all these cryptos, all these stocks, all these options, they all know this type of stuff. They can do it with, because they're computers. You are not a computer, right? So you guys have to practice this stuff out a lot, see how it kind of works out. And you can kind of see how just because we broke down doesn't mean we necessarily just crash. It just means this trend is over, but we went down. So save yourself some money right here, right? And then whenever it consolidates, you buy back down, right? Now imagine this being an hour chart where every tick is an hour, and then you have plenty of time to wait to see when you want to buy back in and whatnot, and if you need all that type of stuff, right? So that's kind of the move you play. And the cool thing is, let's say you bought right here on the tip or something like that, or you bought right here and you sold right here or something like that, right? Especially if it's not a second chart. Well, if you like to trade options or you like to short stocks or anything like that, you can as soon as you goes down here, you can open a position right there, so you can make money as it goes down, and you could sell somewhere around here or somewhere around here if you want to, right? And now that you see that it's kind of zoomed back up here, again, this is a second chart, so this is kind of like fast-paced movement, and you see how it held up to that resistance right there, right? Well, now that we have this trend line now goes away since it kind of found new support, and we could always just draw another trend line to do it over. And now you see how that trend, remember what I just showed you guys a few minutes ago, even though we were dropping, I was like, hey, the trend, it does, just because we break a trend line doesn't mean we're going straight down. It could also mean we're just making another, we're still going up, but not aggressively, not as aggressive, right? And extend this right here. And as time goes on, it may come back down to dip again, or it may try to break out, right? But you see how that resistance is still there, right? Over and over and over again. So if you guys ever want to take a second to look at the second charts, I think it costs money on TradingView. I have a link to TradingView if you guys want to use it below. But you guys can easily do this with a minute chart if you guys don't have ability to get the second chart right here. I pay for this so you guys can have some good stuff here. And you guys will see right here, bouncing off the 200 moving average. All types of crazy stuff over and over and over again. You guys will see in the second charts, minute charts, fives, right? Even if you guys open the daily charts, right? You guys will see my technical analysis that I just showed you. It barely even blips on the chart, right? You can't even see that. You can't even see what I just drew. Because of that, I actually do want to get rid of it, though. Get rid right there. And as time goes on, you guys will actually be able to see these lines in your head without having to draw them, which will be kind of fun, right? Let me go back here, the 1 minute Bitcoin chart. And so far, guys, Bitcoin bounced and is still trying to hold above without falling down below that trend line there. Hey, with Doge, for example, if I buy a call of something at $15, betting it will go to $16.50. If it goes $16.50, will I gain more or lose as a call? You can day trade options, but it's the same rules as pattern day trading, so you can only do so many per week, unless you have 25K, right? So I don't have to worry about that. Some people do, some people don't. If you buy a call, you're betting that it's going to go up. If you buy a put, you're betting it's going to go down. So, hold on here. Give it a second here. So let's say I wanted to buy some calls on AMC. If you guys don't use a professional broker, I highly recommend you start the path to getting there. But okay, here you go. Let's say I want to buy an option on AMC. I'm going to go to trade. You're going to see there's a whole bunch of lists here, right? Well, let's go to what expired today, right? Today's the 10th. Let's not do that because that all expired today. So let's say I wanted to buy a call for next week, right? Well, because this is a lot of information. This is not all the information you need. You can do to last, right? You can do volume, open interest, implied volatility, out of the money, delta, delta, gamma, theta, which is what most people use, right? Greeks are important. Don't start trading options until you understand where all of this stuff is here. This is like an hour's worth of conversation, just those 5 things right there. But my point is, right here on the left hand side, you're going to see calls, right? And then on the right hand side, you're going to see puts. If you buy one of these, you're betting that it's going to go up, right? You can short puts and you can short calls, which is kind of weird, right? So you can sell puts, you can sell calls and buy calls. You can sell puts and you can buy puts. I never sell anything. I never want to short it because you can lose more than your original investment, right? But you can do that. And let's say I wanted to buy a call that expires next Friday. On the 17th for a $51 strike price call. It costs $2.97. I tap on that, right? It's going to bring up, this is a simulated trade, not real, right? Well, those 10 calls right there, the price is going to be $3. So $3 per call. You're buying 100 options for that call. So that $3 is going to be multiplied by 100 times 10. So you confirm and send, or see right here, $3,000. $3,000 is what it would cost me to buy just 10 calls. Because you're buying 100 calls per an options contract. And you'd see the 650 commission trade, which is fine. I'm used to paying those because 650 is nothing compared to how much money you're going to lose or make on the options play, right? For instance, you know, you see me with my Apple calls right here. Do you think I cared in any one of these trades about $6? Not really, right? Let's see right here, here. But yeah, when you're buying calls, you're betting it's going to go up. When you're buying puts, you're betting it's going to go down, right? Now, if you're buying something that costs $16.50, there's something called delta here, right? Delta is how much money you're making for every dollar that the price of the stock goes up, right? If you're buying something that's $16.15, do you expect it to go up by dollar amounts that regularly? No, not really, which means you're not going to be making much profit, right? Now, AMC is at 51. It's a meme stock, so yes, it'll go up pretty high, right? It'll move dollar amounts. And that's why I trade stuff like Apple, right? When I trade something like Apple, on this rally, it went up a total of $15. That $15, not even that $15, was enough to profit me or net me, you know, I don't know. I think I is this one of the pictures I had? No. Let's see, no. Well, you know, it was able to net me a lot of money just because I bought 100 calls. Now, that 100 calls had a lot of upfront capital, right? There's a picture in here somewhere where it shows all the Apple calls that I bought. No. Is it? Ah, there we go. So this was all the Apple calls I bought. This is before they really started to start moving up fast. But you guys, you'll see that 200 here, 500 here, 20 here. And you see how different strike prices. This one expired on July 16th. These ones expired on July 9th, right? I started to double down as soon as I saw it move in my way, right? So, but yeah, calls will work fine. You just got to practice a little bit. But you got to be very... this was moving up dollar amounts, and dollar amounts are what really works, right? I have a YOLO play right here. This is one of the same YOLO plays I showed you guys on my paper trading account. And you just got to be careful about how those YOLO plays turn out, because that stock is like less than a couple bucks, so it's just a YOLO. If it goes parabolic, it goes parabolic. If it doesn't, I don't make any money. It's kind of my gambling since I don't go to the casinos too much. Let's see, how's Ethereum doing before I head off here? Yeah, so everything looks okay. That's fine. All right, here we go. Hey, swing with the king. There we go. Let's see. Hail, Gaunt Gains. Mike says you are not a computer. There we go. Let's see. Hey, I don't know if Bitcoin's going down overnight, guys. Remember, you'll know that Bitcoin's going down if it breaks down below this line, guys. That's what the trend lines are there to help you guys out with, because we never know until it happens. And once it happens, then we have a strong sign it's going down, right? That's what it usually means, right? Now, again, it doesn't mean we're going down a lot or anything crazy. When we break down below a trend line, it just means that trend is over, and we're going to take a small dip down. We don't know how far that dip's going to be. Maybe it'll be a huge dip, whatever. And then that's usually your time to, like, hey, cut your losses or sell for your profit, and then move on to your next play, right? You guys can hold if you guys want to. If it doesn't go, if it decides to break down, it's all up to you. There's other signals out there besides just the trend lines, but I mostly use the trend lines because they're basic. You kind of have a clear understanding, like sell right here. Look where it's at now, right? But you see how it only went down so far, and then we're going up a little bit. Now you have to think about that as far as a 4-hour chart or a day chart, though. 4-hour chart, we break down how much further are we going down, right? Are we going down just to 40,000 or whatnot? Because all these little ticks are 4 hours. All these little ticks are days, right? So, it depends. Hey, Nomad Trader, I am going to enjoy my wine. Thank you very much, my man. Appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, here's one with the king. Oh, I just gamble sometimes in the market itself. Sometimes I just buy stuff that's just a YOLO play. It's like you have no chance of going up, but if it goes up, you make a lot of money. It's just fun money for me, right? You guys shouldn't trade that way too much, but you get my point. Let's see. Hey, what Doge? Thank you. Yeah, I'm most definitely going to look at cheaper stocks when I get to the point of options. Thank you for elaborating. It resonated well. Yeah, you don't have to find cheap stocks in order to find cheap options. There's a difference. AMC calls cost more than Apple calls. So, just keep that in your mind, okay? You don't have to find the cheaper stocks in order to find the cheaper options plays. I would recommend, if you're going to be if you're going to be trading stuff left and right, more seriously here, I just kind of go off of the S&P 500. Usually there's a lot of good stuff in here. The semiconductors are so powerful because there's still a shortage. But Tesla's usually very expensive because Tesla's a very expensive stock. But Apple right here, Apple is at $147, $148. But if I just head over here to Webull, since I'm about to log off here pretty soon, don't need to open up that TD Ameritrade account again. Go back to Bitcoin here and just go to minute chart. There you go. But if I go over here and I type in Apple, my buying, okay, there you go. 148 strike price calls are $3.14. Oh, sorry, sorry. 149. One out of the money is $2.58. One strike price out of the money is $2.58. For AMC, which is a lot lower price, we just saw it was $3, right? So you don't have to find the cheaper stocks to find the cheaper options plays. Take your time, look for breakouts. If you're looking for a scanner, I'll make some more videos about these guys. Maybe I'll do some of these tomorrow if I have some time. But if you want a preset here, breakout preset, I do the market cap. You can rewind this or just kind of pause and watch it later on. The market cap will be mid plus, average volume over 500K, just so you have some volatility in there, right? Country USA, because China's going to hell at the moment. Option short, you want it to be optionable and shortable so you can buy shorts, right? Or you want to buy options on it. And you want the price to be over 100. That's what I do. You can go over, you can go over 50 if you want to. You can go over 25 if you want to. And then you have a total of 598 stocks to look at. Look at the charts. It does some basic technical analysis there for you. Look for something breaking out. There's not really much breaking out now because of the index is kind of crashing down here. But when you find something, add it onto your watch list, keep an eye on it, and when it does break out, you buy. Now, since you're new to options, I would just say, hey, if you have Robinhood or Webull, just buy a fractional share of the stock and see what the percentage gain is, and you can always follow along. You can always paper trade with options until you get the hang of it, right? Webull has options trading that you can. Webull has paper trading. So if any of you guys want to try paper trading and doing all that type of stuff, a Nightbot just posted a link a few minutes ago for Webull if you guys want to try it out, right? So easy paper trade before you start trading with your real money. That's what I'm gonna tell you now. Paper trade before you start trading with real money with options, because options are crazy volatile. You can lose a lot of money in a fast amount of time. There's a few times with options as how do I say this? If nothing happens for a few days after the breakout and then eventually it booms, you're going to be losing money each one of those days where nothing is happening. So you might feel kind of guilty about that. You may be down 20% and you might freak out and sell, only for it to rip another 500, 600% afterwards. So just be careful with that, guys, right? You see a firm just broke out, and we've been talking about a firm a few different times here tonight, but firm just broke out, right? That could have been a good buying opportunity for going into next year, right? Could have bought puts, calls a few weeks from now. But somebody, I think Ken asked me about buying puts on this for now, and I'm like, hold off until you see the actual breakdown occur, right? But you guys get my point. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the premiums, exactly. All right, everybody. I'm gonna head off to bed here. I need to get ready for a flight that I have here on Monday, and I need to start working on some stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow evening, and you guys will be sent over to the other live stream where you guys will be able to see the same white lines here, so you guys can protect yourself in case it does drop down below that price. Okay, let's see. All right, have a good night, everybody. See you guys tomorrow afternoon sometime maybe. I'll try to figure. I'll post the time a little bit later. Thanks again, everybody.